Welcome to UB Reactions, the place where we keep it real. Today, we've got some hot topics, so let's jump right in.
Yeah. You be in the building. Hey, vibe with Uncle Bino. Let's go. Now happy hour things, you know. Hang out with you, babe. It's our vibe tonight. Hey, laugh and learn. We're shining bright. Oh yeah. You be stories, life lessons time. On the Uncle Beno show, everything feels right. From the streets to the world, we talk real talk. Vibes on the beat, make the whole place rock. Happy hour flow with smiles non-stop. Sip and chill with you, be the energy on top. You be stories, dropping them every day. Wisdom for life, the African way. From the grind to the glory, hear what we say. Tune in now, don't delay. Hang out with you, be it's a vibe tonight. Hey, laugh and learn, we're shining bright. Oh yeah. Stories, life lessons time. Hey, on the Uncle Beno show, everything feels right. Join the sister circle. Oh, what a scene. CC Inca, honey baby, and I be so clean. Talk love, talk life, talk dream supreme. Empowerment vibes like a royal queen team. All a Sunday school when the beat gets low. A moment of reflection, let the spirit flow. Men of God speaking wisdom, you should know. Faith and vibes on the Uncle Beno show. Hang out with you, be come catch that light. Oh yeah, you be stories, keep your heart so bright. Yeah. Join the sister circle, feel that fire. Oh yeah, Sunday school for your soul so right. You be nation, we rise together, love and vibe forever. Uncle Beno show, yeah, we outside.
Something very interesting. So you saw the video that was going around social media of Nigerians lining the streets welcoming Tinubu to the UK and singing the mandate song. It got to me the first saying a whole lot of stuff. I think I made a video and was calling out Nigerians in the UK and how I actually feel like that the worst set of Nigerian diaspora community you can ever meet. Those are the highest set of psychophants, the most wicked set of people you can ever see. You escape home, go to a viable environment, and you support the disaster from away, right? So that you can be sending your people 20 pounds and feel like you're doing something big for them. Well, Tinubu has gone to the UK and we have seen the outcome. Nothing new, as I predicted. It's always going to be just how he can placate his imperial masters. And you can see the deal that came out of it. They're actually going to be sending Nigerians, deportees and criminals back to the country. So nothing for Nigeria. And in his usual fashion, as expected, once he's coming back with borrowed funds that will be used for himself and his cronies. Nigerians will not see it. Like in Turkey, like in the United Kingdom. But this is something that nobody ever saw. So I felt like, well, it has come and gone. Nothing to talk about again. And all of a sudden, I got a DM. And I saw this DM, I was like, what's happening? This person, I don't know this person from nowhere. I've not, I get tons of DMs with people different from me. I just check the ones I can check. I can't read every one of them. If it's not important, I just skip it. And this particular DM came with different phone calls you'll be seeing on the screen right now. And I was like, what's up? Who is this person? And the person called, please send me a video first. And hi, I want to send you what to talk about. I'm like, what is this person call? I said, sorry, I missed your call. So it's this person caught my fancy. I'm like, let me know what this person is saying. And the person said, good evening, sir. I was at Windsor today. You need to see how these people are sharing money. People collected £500 yesterday, and today they shared £200. Nigeria is finished. Nobody's supporting him apart from some of his people. People collected money and threw the caps and t-shirts. How can I send you the videos? Then I sent the person my WhatsApp number, expecting to get more information, right? Just to show Nigerians. So when we talk about the bribery culture of the Tinubu, so it doesn't feel like it is something that we're just saying or we try to accuse these people. It is actually what they do. It is how this is who he is. That's how he buys voices over. And so this person sent me this video. Okay, let's take the chat over to my WhatsApp. The person sent me a WhatsApp message and good morning and sent me the video which you're watching right now. And you can see how they are sharing money, right? Then sent me a follow-up video of them standing on the street, you know, trying to do the work they have been paid to do, and send me a picture of her own share of the money, and she said everyone here received 300 pounds. The previous day was 500 pounds. I received mine with a laughing emoji. Say the country is gone. Honestly, she came with the money and distributed it to the guys. I didn't capture that. I said, this is insane. Honestly, I cried for my country. So out of curiosity, I first asked her and I was like, I'm going to make a video on this. Hope you don't mind. And the person said they have this kind of money to share for people here and people are back suffering. The person now accepted and said, okay, but don't mention my name. But out of curiosity, I have to ask this person because this is how we enable bad governance, right? You saw something good, you're bringing it out to the public, but why did you partake in it? And I asked, but why did you partake in it? I just want an honest answer. Don't you see it as enabling them? The person answered me, I went to visit a friend. She's the one that has the invite. So I went with her. Even when they are singing that mandate thing, we are singing Obi. So, village boys and girls in UK chapter went to collect their own share. So let's not feel all righteous, right? And act like, oh, because I'm acting like, don't. People need money. People need money. And even though it is painful to say, but when you find yourself in such a gathering or in such an environment, unfortunate thing to say, I will not come and act like a cent and say, oh, leave, don't collect your share. Collect your money. It is your money. There's nothing this government have ever done for any Nigerian. So collect it, but stand on the truth and bring such things to light. So it's important that this video is being made right now, so Nigerians can actually see that all those people that I saw there on the street there, 99% the higher crowd, who will leave their work in UK, who will leave their shift. Do you know how UK people used to pursue shifts? UK people when they do some, they work 22 hours a day. Go leave their shift, go stand for road for a Tinubu. No, they have to be paid way more than their shifts. Because many of these people do shifts or probably $200 a day. $200 a day shift. And you give a person $500. That covers the whole shift, and they come out and they're not doing anything. Sing, share, show flag and show solidarity and go back home a free work day. Right? So that's exactly what happened. I just had to put this out for Nigerians to see and expose the hypocrisy and the culture of bribery that we are seeing at the center of power today. Look at the amount of money these people are wasting. Yesterday, I made a video of the 500 billion that was promised to that have been distributed already to northern imams. We're not even talking about the ones that are given to pastors because pastors are not even saying anything. No pastor have come out to say anything yet. Those ones who don't collect their own Colombia just on code, keep up. We're not talking about, look at the billions these people are putting in. So you see when somebody came out and said that they gave this 30 billion to the Southeast for that city boy something, and people will say, it's not too much. You can see there's actually money to fix Nigeria. Tinubu does not have it in him to do it. And this comes back to circle back to the people that you saw. That I saw that I can't even call him a pastor because that he doesn't represent anything that is biblical. The man that they called Toby, they were all together. He's now, I think he's part of the City Boys of UK chapter. Please, Toby, go back to Nigeria and open another church there. Go back to Nigeria. Tinubu is doing well. Oh yeah, Mike, you came out and said that look at these people that we're dealing with. The level of tribalism that Tinubu have used to swallow so many young Nigerians is insane. Oyema came out to say how would he support his own brother, that Tinubu has done more than any of the presidents before. What has Tinubu done, Oyema? What has Tinubu done? They will tell you that he has given scholarship or that he's doing nail fund. How much was the school fees before Tinubu became president? Did any student need to collect loan to pay their school fees in Nigeria before Tinubu became president? You came in as president and you jacked up the school fees to hundreds of thousands. Students that were paying 30,000, 45,000, 50,000 as school fees, you jacked it up to 200 and something thousand. How would they find loan? Tinubu has borrowed more money in the past 3 years than Obasanjo, Jonathan, Yaradua, Buhari combined together. And you come out and say Tinubu has done what I could not do. Why shouldn't he even? In fact, there's nothing he has done. Let's put it in clarity. There's nothing Tinubu has done better than any of the past presidents. The only thing these psycho fans can point to will be the Coastal Road. That is still less than 10% completed. What has Tinubu done? Then they will point to this nail fund that I just talked about right now. What has Tinubu done? Insecurity is at an all-time high. The economy is in shambles. What has Tinubu done? That you want to challenge somebody to a debate? What do you want to debate? You stay in the UK and you say you want to tell Nigerians back home of their reality. If Tinubu has done so well, why don't you go back home? Go back home and help him. Go back home and enjoy the Nigeria that Tinubu is building. But as usual, tribalism has blinded your eyes. You can't even think like a rational human being. You're in a foreign land. If the foreigners there say let them support their own, they will pursue you out of that country back to your country. But tribalism has blinded you so bad that you cannot even think anymore. With borrowed funds that will be used for himself and his cronies. Nigerians will not see it. Like in Turkey, like in the United Kingdom. But this is something that nobody ever saw. So I felt like, well, it has come and gone. Nothing to talk about again. And all of a sudden, I got a DM. And I saw this DM. I was like, what's happening?
All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. How you all doing? Please, first off, help me confirm if you can hear my voice. Sorry, I dismantled everything in my studio yesterday. Madam say we have to do deep cleaning. So everything was out of my studio and we brought it back. So please drop a 1 if you can hear me. Let me just confirm that. Everybody. Oh, okay, cool. I think the audio is working fine. All right, thank you. Happy Sunday to all, everybody. Happy Sunday, Real Fam, Sister Marriott, my baby girl Abby, Bilba, you were using my slang earlier. My Gen Z greeting, Bilba. No can collect my Gen Z greeting from me. Bilba is saying GMGAG, Real Fam. Bilba, you're looking for trouble. Sister Peanut, you're welcome. Happy Sunday. Oh, that Mom of 5. How far now? Mom of 5. I'm not 20 minutes late. I actually changed the schedule, my sister. All right, let's talk about the big elephants in the room. Sister Rose, how are you doing today? Happy Sunday to you. All right, so I just want us to touch on 2 issues on today's show, and I don't have energy, please. I really don't have strength to drag or fight. So I'm just gonna drop my take and then we contribute as usual. But remember, the purpose of our show here is to try to extract lessons and at the same time try to educate people. So before I move on, let me quickly read our disclaimer. So pardon me, everybody. Do me a favor, please. Let's bring the likes up. The likes are not up yet. I don't know what's going on. We already have about 30 people watching. And for those who are watching on American Reality Cam, please help me hit the like. Those watching right here on UB, please hit the like. Sister Idara, how are you doing, my lovely sister? You're welcome. All right, before we move on, let's quickly read our disclaimer. So, disclaimer, the content you're about to watch may include brief clips, images, or quotes from news report, public statement, and social media posts. No copyright infringement intended. Also know that the Uncle Beno Show is for general information and entertainment purposes only. The opinions and views expressed by guests and commenters are their own and may not align with those of the podcast and the host. We cannot guarantee the accuracy, completeness, or reliability of the information provided. Any decisions or actions taken based on this information are the listener's sole responsibility. Additionally, this content is not a substitute for personalized advice from qualified professionals such as doctor, lawyer, financial advisor, or other experts. Thank you for your understanding, ladies and gentlemen. So, before we dive into today's show, let me quickly highlight what we are going to be talking about on today's show. So, I have two shows lined up. The first one is a continuation of our JAPA story, and this is going to be the part 5 of our JAPA story. The title is simple: Shocking How Some Nigerians Are Suffering in the UK. The real UK life. And we want to examine this going by the latest developments following the visit of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to the United Kingdom. What happened? We saw a couple of Nigerians who lined up the street. They were singing "On Your Mandate, We Shall Stand." And then we saw some other group of Nigeria in a hall, and they were also singing "On Your Mandate, We Shall Stand." Now, the beauty, or perhaps the irony of this is that these Nigerians that are singing "On Your Mandate, We Shall Stand," they are all in the UK. These are not Nigerians in Nigeria that were transported or flew to the United Kingdom to go and support Tinubu. These are some of the Nigerians living in the UK. So I'll come back to that. Our second story today, we cover the Ozoro Festival. And I know a lot of bloggers have spoken about it already. Shout out to all the women and all the men who have raised their voice to condemn these terrible acts that went down at Ozoro, Delta State. So my take on that, my focus on today's show regarding that is what really happened in Ozoro. Is it a crime in the name of culture? Is it culture or crime? And I'm going to give my take. I know it's going to be a little bit controversial, but please, I want everybody to kindly allow other people to express their thoughts about this. And let us remember that what we were trying to emphasize on this particular Ozoro Festival is to condemn the, how do I qualify what went down now? Is to condemn that nonsensical act that went down there, where allegedly women are being chased and groped in public. It's a really gory story, honestly. But however, my own view regarding that, I will be coming from the opinion, from the standpoint of culture, tradition, and crime. Should we eradicate our culture? Like, let's just forget about culture, throw everything away, every goddamn thing. After all, we are a predominantly Christian and Muslim nation. But that would be a lie. Nigeria is not predominantly Christian and Muslim nation. We also have our traditional religion, and there are lots of people who are practicing traditional religion. So my angle is, was there a crime committed, or is it just culture? And how long are we going to be embracing these evil practices that target women? Is it not yet time we audit our culture to ensure that women enjoy equal rights as well as protected when it matters? That's where I'm coming from. And just to put it out there clear and loud, I am not interested in men versus women narrative. I know it's way easier to just say, men, we are doing this, men do this, men do that. Yes, there are too many stupid, evil men in Nigeria. And they are being supported, in case we don't even know, some of these terrible men are also being supported by fellow women. But as for me, my stand would be, let's condemn what is wrong and let hold those in authority accountable. Who are supposed to be jailed, let them go to jail. Set an example so that it won't happen again. But if we're gonna do, oh, men are coming for women, women are coming for men, it will persist, it will continue. We've had this argument for a very long time now that some situation always end up in men coming after women, women going after men, and it doesn't take us anywhere. So that's just like my take as far as that is concerned. So now let's get this show started with our JAPA story part 5. Thank you, everybody.
Welcome to UB Reactions, the place where we keep it real. Today, we've got some hot topics, so let's jump right in. I am UB, your favorite Gen Z uncle, and this is my take.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, all right. Let's start with this first, this Tinubu visit to UK. Now, I want to apologize, first of all, to all our sisters and brothers in UK, because maybe the tone that may be used during this live stream, some of those tones may not be favorable to Nigerians in UK. But let me assure you, speaking in the late President Muhammadu Buhari's tone, let me assure you, this is not about all the Nigerians in UK. This is actually about some Nigerians in UK, some terrible, uncultured, suffer-head Nigerians in UK. All right. So what really happened? I think in the last time a Nigerian president was invited to the United Kingdom and given a state welcome was over 30 years ago, and since then no Nigerian president has been officially invited to visit the United Kingdom. And then out of the blues, President Tinubu was invited to come and pay a state visit to the United Kingdom. Okay, cool, fine. It's excellent. It's good for the image of the country. At least it shows that, yes, our president is getting recognition abroad. But here are the problem with that state visit. I think 2 days, two or a day before that official state visit, there was this coordinated attack in Maiduguri, if my memory serves me right. And Maiduguri is in Borno State, and that was actually where Boko Haram started, and thousands of Nigerians have lost their life in that region of the country. But 2 days to the state visit, please remind me in the chat if it is 2 days or maybe a day before the visit, there was this coordinated bomb blast and attack in Borno State, and a lot of people lost their lives. In a sane country, the president would stay back in order to ensure that his citizens are safe. But in the case of a day before, thank you, Peanut, thank you very much. So the attack happened a day before. So in a sane society, the president would have stayed back and say, hey, no, I cannot have my people being pied, and I will be jetting out of the country for this visit. Also, if it's that important that the state visit cannot be cancelled, at least in a sane society, the president will ensure that the chief of staff and the secretary of defense, I don't know what they call it in Nigeria, whatever position Nuhu Ribadu was occupying, the president will have ensured that they stay back in order to ensure that their citizens are safe. But that wasn't the case in the case of this particular visit. So the president jet out to the United Kingdom, and as you can see from some of the videos that I'm going to show you right now, he received a very good welcome. He was really treated as a president, which of course I really like that, you know. And the president did not visit alone. He actually went with his wife, Mrs. Remi Tinubu. Okay. So the king of the United Kingdom give them a befitting welcome. That's fine. That's great. We also learned that a lot of Nigerians came out to welcome Mr. President. Excellent, you know. Let me see if I can find some of, as you can see right here, you see Nigerians came out. This one is opening tea.
Let's make way for the president.
So Nigerians came out overwhelmingly to
long live the king, long live the queen, long live our president.
Another Windsor state visit, this time for Nigeria, but who is going to benefit? There are, of course, the carriages and the military pageantry, all part of the ultimate welcome that the UK can lay on. The first real nod to that special relationship coming with the Princess of Wales's outfit, made by the designer Tolu Coker, of course, a highly prominent Nigerian designer. No one wants anything to go wrong on these visits, and you saw that in the way the king was interacting with President Tinubu, making sure that he was offering a helping hand, all of those important moments. A man who some would say divides opinion back home in Nigeria.
Insecurity is a huge issue. So while it's great to see a glimpse of the pageantry and the pomp, you know, the next news item is going to be about, you know, another train derailment or another insecurity issue. So it's 50-50, but I think most people are happy and proud of this moment.
But while inevitably the focus is always on those interactions with the royals, there are much bigger issues at play.
On your mandate, we shall stand. We shall stand.
Not least the huge Nigerian population here in the UK, and celebrating all their successes in the worlds of things like the arts and business.
That was marvelous. I feel alive. I feel like a Nigerian, a true Nigerian, a proud Nigerian.
Seeing my president in the carriage of the king in UK, so awesome. I love that. I really appreciate that.
Seeing my president giving this type of honor is amazing.
But it is increased trade, issues around security and combating terrorism, and also interfaith dialogue that are among the things that both governments really want to pin down. And that was seen in the very diplomatic guest list at the state banquet, along, of course, with that touch of glamour. Whatever you think of the British royal family, there is no doubt that these pictures go right around the world, immediately boosting the global profile of any visitor, and in this case, the country of Nigeria. Also, some would say maybe giving a positive PR boost for the British royal family at a time when they maybe need it. But overall, the most important thing for both countries is making sure a trip like this has a lasting impact on all those really important issues that tie the two countries together, even after the King and the President say their goodbyes.
Long live the King, long live the Queen, long live our President.
Another Windsor State visit, this time for
All right, there you caught a glimpse of what went down. Now it looked great. Seriously, I think it looks good for the image of Nigeria. But like you heard the reporter there, the big question is who benefits? Did Nigeria really benefit from this visit? Are we gaining anything from this visit, or is just one of those visits whereby the president and his cabinet are the one who are the primary beneficiaries? Now, to be honest with you, I really don't follow this that much. I don't know why it doesn't cut my interest, because I know it's all pack of BS anyway. We can't have people dying, suffering, sleeping in darkness, being kidnapped on their while they are traveling, businesses not running, everything going down the drain in our country, and then I should be hyped up because the president is visiting the United Kingdom. I'm so sorry. I'm not into that. So I appreciate the fact that at least for once we have a president that can be, that was or is considered worthy to be invited to the United Kingdom by the royal family. Now that sounds great, but we have bigger problems at home. And the people who put us where we are to date is the colonizer that happens to be these same United Kingdom people. Let's call a spade a spade. So I'm not really thrilled about it. That's why I wasn't following it. Now, that aside, one of the outcome of this state visit was that the president gained some support. They say maybe they are going to support Nigeria with so amount of money, and I have an issue with that also. What was my issue with that? The money the president said they secure, which is more or less a loan as usual, is going to be spent on the Nigerian Port Authority in Lagos. Now, if you are a Lagosians, you know I'm a Lagosians too. I don't have any issue with the developments taking place in Lagos, but we have other seaports in Nigeria where they can spend that money so that there will be equal economic distribution, there will be employment generation. Everything can be Lagos, 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 Lagos. Countries don't grow like that. If you are a Lagosian, I know if he vex you, but no vex. We have to look ourselves in the eyes and tell ourselves the truth. If you want your country to grow, there must be even distribution of economic opportunities. You cannot go to the United Kingdom and the only fund you secured is to be spent in Lagos again. Lagos Seaport. What happened to the seaport in Port Harcourt, in Warri? Come on, what are we talking about? So that is one of the outcomes. And again, the money he secured is a loan. Nigerians' generation unborn will be the one to repay that loan. That's my opinion on that. Now, let's move on. Another outcome of this state visit was that I learned that the president and his executive actually signed an agreement with the United Kingdom government to deport Nigerians who were seeking asylum and their application fell through. And also, they should deport anybody. If your paper expired, everybody deport them. And the Nigerian officials say they are glad, they were willing to receive all these Nigerians back. I'm loving this, y'all. My people. We are getting to the juicy part of today's show. So when I hear that Nigerians seeking asylum, those that their papers, they have overstayed their papers, those who enter illegally and everything, the government actually signed the paper that, yes, deport them, let them come back. I'm like, oh yeah, here we go. This is good. And I'm so happy about it. In fact, let me give you our Bola music so you will know how happy I am. Ooh. To all the Nigerians that will be deported, special dedication to you guys. Ooh. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Ooh. Deport them, and then back home. Ooh. Voila. Woo. Oh yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, before we move on, drop a 1 if you are happy that those Nigerians that their asylum, they no agree approve them. They overstay their paper. Then they milk on the system. Drop a 1 if you are happy that they're going to be deported. Drop a 2 if you don't want them to be deported. Me, I go vote. And I will give you the reason why I'm voting. Before you guys will come for me and say, Ben, you are a wish. You are wishing people bad luck. Is that how you behave? I go vote first. Then I will explain why I want them deported. If they don't do the right thing, here's my vote. 1. Cast your vote if you want them deported. But if you want them to stay, cast your vote. Me, I don't put 1. Yeah. Drop your vote. Drop your vote. Let's talk. Yes, I know people can call me name. I really don't care. Why am I voting 1 and yes for all of this? Is because I can't imagine, I can't believe it that Nigerians, some Nigerians in UK or 4 places, we actually collect money. To go and be singing on your mandate, we shall stand. Knowing fully well that the reason your black ass is in the UK is become home no favor you. Maximum respect to all the students, all the people who went to the UK professionally, and all those who went legally. And all the people who have been in the UK doing their job, representing Nigerians' rights. They never scam or fraud the system. Maximum respect to you. May you live long. To all the Nigerians who do not went out there to receive money in order to be singing on your mandate and be happy. Whatever you lay your hands upon shall prosper in Jesus' name. To all the Nigerians who stood firm and condemned bad governors, anything you lay your hand will be successful. Favor will locate you. When you knock 1 door, 7 will open in your favor in Jesus' name. Let me now tell you why I'm saying all of this. Let me tell you why. You see, in democracy, there is something called freedom of right, freedom of choice. In democracy, you can support whoever you want. Even if the candidate is the worst human being, if that candidate seems to be the person that is appealing to you, that you think this is the person that can really give us the dividends of democracy, it is within your right to support them. And nobody has the right to judge you or condemn you for your choice, provided provided you are not being incentivized to do that. Please, if you understand my argument, drop a 1 in the chat, because I know sometimes on our platform here, sometimes when we drop our position, it may be misconstrued. Some people might not really get it. So if you understand what I'm saying now, drop a 1 in the chat. If you don't get it, drop a 2, and I will explain again. All right, because I will throw the line open so people can contribute. So my take is, I will repeat myself again. In democracy all over the world, you have the freedom to support any candidate of your choice. Whether the candidate is deemed to be the most terrible candidate, it doesn't matter. If that candidate is the one you are convinced can give you the dividend of democracy that you so crave, go ahead, throw your weight behind that candidate. Nobody has the right to condemn you for that. But that comes under one condition, that you were not incentivized. Nobody bribed you. People can canvass you. Okay? Your friend may talk to you. Some people who are paid to campaign managers, they may go on air, they may say things that can win you over to support that candidate. It's okay, it's allowed. That is the beauty of democracy. But provided you were not receiving anything in return, in order for you to say, I'm putting my support behind this candidate, you are okay. If you understand my point, drop a 1. If you don't understand it, drop a 2. The problem now is, when you are being paid, especially you that you live in foreign land, you that you live in an environment where the government is working, you are living in a country where the government is delivering the dividends of democracy. Like my sister Mario said in the backstage when we were arguing back and forth earlier before I started this show, Sister Mario said the Western world are continuously having conversation about how they can improve their country, improve themselves. And we are seeing the result. So if you are one of those people who left Nigeria because the environment is not conducive for you, because there were no opportunities, because there is no electricity, no good road, no healthcare, nothing, and then you JAPA. For those who don't know, JAPA is the term we use to describe immigrations. And in other words, in a negative connotation, JAPA simply represents those who ran away from their country because the country is not conducive for them. So you run to United Kingdom, where you have constant electricity, good road. I even hear that in United Kingdom, healthcare is free. Please, if you live in UK, tell me if that is true or not. But I hear healthcare is free. That is why every time we hear NHS, right? In Nigeria, the country where you left, even when you have the money to pay for healthcare services provided to you, there is no equipment, no qualified staff. Everything is a mess. You ran to the UK. And finally, one of the people in a position to right many of this wrong, he came over. Rather than you guys to bind together, come together and carry banner, even if it's something as simple as President Tinubu, give us electricity. Y'all did not do that. You were paid, allegedly, according to what we heard, you were paid 200 pounds the first day. Second day, you were paid 500 pounds to come and be singing on your mandate, which has done. And you are in a foreign land, enjoying the benefits of what the government in that country has provided for their people. Ogun pa ẹ́ o. If you run away from Nigeria because there was no employment opportunity, because you see your family are suffering, and you believe if I should go to the UK, there will be better opportunity for me to achieve my goals, to make life better for my people. If you run to the UK and you are among those who collected that money, you will have problem where you are working, because that is the highest level of hypocrisy. But for those who genuinely went out there, supported President Tinubu without collecting or receiving shishi, whatever you lay your hands upon shall prosper, because it is your right, it is your choice. But if you know deep down that you receive that their money and you go there, your mandate. You see, the suffering that is visiting those in Nigeria, that suffering will visit you right there in that UK, because you are sending the wrong message. Yes, no one government can solve all the problems of Nigeria. No. But it is the job of we Nigerians to hold them accountable, to make sure we put our leg on their neck so that they can deliver the dividends of democracy. This same president that went to UK now, I have a video here. Let me see if I still save that video, where this same president was promising electricity. Listen to this.
Whichever way, by all means necessary, you must have electricity, and you will not pay for estimated bill anymore. A promise made will be a promise kept. If I can't keep the promise and I come back for second term, don't vote for me. That's the truth. Whichever way.
Now, our fellow Nigerians in the UK, they hear this one. Many of them in the UK, they travel to Nigeria all the time. UK is just 6 hours away from Nigeria. They go to Nigeria frequently, and they know what they are suffering in Nigeria. No electricity. Now, to President Tinubu's credit, he has done some job. He had did a couple of things. But the things that really matter, infrastructures that will benefit the poor people in Nigeria, they were all neglected. People are dying under his presidency more than ever before. And I don't need to say unapologetically, I can say it. People are dying, they are being kidnapped, they are suffering more than ever before. Yes, the president is not the one to go to the bush or to go to the road and do all of that, but he is the one who appointed those who are supposed to be protecting Nigerians. And why this thing they pay me be say, those of us in the Western world, we know better. And yet, these few people in the UK, they became hypocritical, collecting 200 pounds, 500 pounds to go and sing on your mandate. The one where bust my head pass. Now, when I see this guy, what he be in name again, make I find myself. This one a pastor for Nigeria, for UK. This pastor, we don't scam on a life finish there. What he be in name again? Oh, okay, this is Sheyi in the UK. Is Sheyi. Now, let me say something real quick about ST. I don't blame Sheyi Tinubu one bit, and I will explain when it comes to whatever went down in the UK. If Tinubu is your father, if Tinubu is anybody's dad, if he's the president and he's your dad, Some of you will do more than Sheyi Tinubu to support your dad. So I really don't blame him. What do you want him to do? Okay? But when I saw that Una pastor in a gathering singing on your mandate, that's when I knew that, this is a dirty job. See the video here. That's him right there. That's him right there. One of the most terrible Nigerians destroying our reputation and name in UK. You see, I'm there singing on your mandate, This MF is not living in Nigeria. All the people in this room, they are not living in Nigeria. All of them. Majority. If few of them lives in Nigeria at all, maybe they are just part of the entourage that came. But you see them there singing on your mandate. Now, for those who don't know, when you are singing on your mandate, we shall stand. What it means is, Baba President, everything you are doing is excellent. We are behind you. That's just what it means. That's why I have issue with our National Assembly in Nigeria. The very day I saw them singing on your mandate in the National Assembly, bro, it is what it is. So, in conclusion, where am I with this UK visit? And how does it tie to our ongoing JAPA series? It simply means that some Nigerians in the UK are suffering. Their second name now sufferhead. Some of them, their situation is worse than the people they left in Nigeria. And like you heard Emir Saddam said there, many of these Nigerians that are suffering that went to go and collect money to sing on your mandate, allegedly, they are the type that are doing all sorts of menial jobs and they are working 2-3 jobs. I've heard it before. It's the same thing here in the US. So it's not limited to UK alone. There are people who do 3, some even do 4 jobs. The problem is, if you left Nigeria for a greener pasture and then you get over there and the greener pasture is not green, it's becoming black and red pasture. Why would you now be part of the people collecting money to sing on your mandate when you have the option to jackpada? How many of you know the meaning of jackpada, please? If you know the meaning of jackpada, drop a 1 in the chat. Because I've said this on multiple occasions and I'm saying it again. Yes, it's great to travel out of the country. But when you reach that country and things are not going the way you wanted, the ideal thing for you is to go back to your country where you came from. There are millions of Nigerians who are doing well at home, doing better at home. These stupid folks that are singing on your mandate as a result of receiving peanuts as mobilization to promote the unpromotable. Many of them are lawyers, some of them are bankers, some could even be doctors. Who knows? Many of them are professionals that if they stay back in Nigeria, they would have been very, very successful by now. But guess you what? Them they suffer, they can't go back home. Do you know why they can't? Because there is nothing back home. There is no infrastructure. Unemployment is all the way to the roof in Nigeria. Nothing works. And they can't go back home because of the culture of shame that we have in Nigeria. Because they know those in Nigeria, some of their friends, colleagues, they are doing excellently better than them that they are living in the UK. So they would rather go and queue from 5 a.m. in the morning to collect 200 pounds and be singing on your mandate. These guys are suffering. All of you that collected that 200 pounds and 500 pounds, unless you are a student, things were really rough for you. You just have to survive. Then you collect that money. Except for those students, the rest of them, they are part of Nigeria's problem. And everyone praising this visit, besides the fact that it brought recognition back to Nigeria, you are wrong. That's my final take. Now, why do I keep on saying these Nigerians are suffering? I want to play one video. But before I play that video, let me also play the video of this man. Where me pray for those who say on your mandate. Listen to him.
Of you who came out to sing that song, but I have one simple prayer for all of you, and I want every single Nigerian to say an amen to this prayer. If you collect money, you dey UK there, you collect money to come out, either hold banner or to hold placard to welcome the president and sing on your mandate, you shall stand to support the president as he come the UK, instead of una to tell am true. So, I mean, for some time now, I've been seeing a lot of videos about Nigerians, living in the UK, when come out to welcome our President Bola Ahmed Tinubu when he go London, go visit, okay? According to what they said, first time in 37 years official visit of any Nigerian leader to the UK. And then a lot of Nigerians came out and, lined on the street of the United Kingdom, and they were all singing, on your mandate, you shall stand.
1, 2, 3. On your mandate, you shall stand.
You need to join behind the bank.
All right, that's it. I'm sharing the link for those who want to contribute to this particular topic. Then I can move on to the next one. I've spent how long now? Almost 1 hour on the topic. So my people, Nigerians are suffering in the UK. Let me show you a video of somebody who actually emphasized the fact that suffer won't finish many of them there. Take a listen.
But some people will not believe you. Exactly. Since when I done the talk about this UK of 18, try to warn Nigeria.
Please, let's get the likes up.
What they go face. If they
please, ladies and gentlemen, you can help with the likes. How many likes do we have now? We have just 15 likes, and we have over 50 people watching. What happened now? Is it because I'm not singing on your mandate that you are not liking the show? Like the show, like the show. Abi, I must sing on your mandate first. Before I play this video, Uncle Patrick is in the building. Uncle Patrick, sir, I don't want to waste your time, sir. Happy Sunday.
Uncle Beno, happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday, sir.
Happy Sister Rose, Sister Grace, Mama 5, I greet you now. Wow. Uncle Ben.
Yes, sir.
It's so sad. Even with the promise the man gave about electricity, and they are using solar in Asu Rock right now, solar system. It's a big shame on us. And the way this man, they are giving out money to people as if, one time somebody told me, somebody that live in Chicago, this man came to a party and they off the lights. Tinubu was praying $100. Giving people money, praying. So I'm not surprised, Uncle Ben. This man has come to legalize corruption. And that's why you see all those party governors defecting to APC. If you come, your sin will be forgiven. We still have a long way to go in that country. Ordinary life, you cannot do it. And people in the UK, they are suffering. They came out. Nobody that has a look at them. Look at them. No reasonable person, like we said, you are free to join any party. But going there because of the money they are giving, you people cannot see that. I thought he was going to do a conference that they will ask him questions. Look at the way they disgrace that man. Man, this man, his strategy is just to give people money to, by all means. The man from the beginning was not a clean man. I'm not even after his whatever he has done. The way he corner people, give them money to do everything. I don't know. You can imagine people in UK. Our people in UK coming out to do that. It's a big shame. Like I earlier said, Uncle Ben, these people cannot even go home to invest. They can do nothing. Unemployment is high. People are struggling. Yes. But this man will just look at the insecurity, look at the way people are being quiet in Sokoto, in Maduguri every day. Somebody sent me this day, is it Sokoto, Maduguri, that they encamped about 5 villages that people cannot go out. Uncle Ben, this man knows about this Boko Haram, whatever. They plan it together with Buhari. This man is Maradona. I just don't know where we are going. We don't have a government yet. We don't. Look at what Shade is doing for his dad too. Organizing people, giving people. Oh Lord, I don't even know what to say. We are the one killing ourselves, Uncle Ben. If people in diaspora and UK can go to this extent, it's finished now. It's finished. Whatever social media is saying, people will counter you and say, what are you talking about? And there's no way you can even vote abroad. That's the funniest thing. There's no way you can, just for them to keep their mouth shut. You can't vote electronically abroad. Kenya is doing that, but Nigeria cannot do that. Whatever they want to do, everything has been planned, Uncle Ben. All this money just to pacify people, keep quiet. Everything is settled. Uncle Ben, you will see. You don't have to, everything is settled. He's just setting people money to just keep quiet. The man knows how to bribe anybody. Uncle Ben, I'm done. He's ready to bribe anybody. Certificate surgery. None of his classmates came out to say we went to school together. Who does that? Uncle Ben, did you not talk to about your classmate or Shegun that came up? This man has no one single classmate. Well, let me just.
Thank you very much, Uncle Patrick. Thank you, sir. All right, I see Abby and Auntie Grace in the building. Auntie Grace, let me shout out to my Wahala girl first. Abby, I never chop today na Sunday. I no get energy at all. My Jersey energy is low today. Okay.
Oh Ben, you better go and eat.
I never chop and I no go chop. May you cook.
You must eat. you must have energy.
Funny girl. Auntie Grace, how you day, ma? You welcome. Happy Sunday, ma.
Happy Sunday, you be good evening. Hi, Abby, how are you? Uncle Patrick, good evening. How is everyone doing?
Good evening.
Good evening, ma.
Yeah. Obviously, I didn't even want to come in. I won't dispute the fact that there is suffering in the UK because apart from when people goes to Italy to do prostitution, UK is a second base where they think there is pounds in the street, pluck it on the tray, only for them to get here, they are disappointed. People have sold their home, their parents. I have somebody whom the parents sought their home only for her to come and do masters. And when she was coming, she came in with her only son and the husband. Ever since they came, it's been like from hand to mouth and all that, still trying to settle. When they get here, because of a lot of things, they forfeited back home, they sold back home. It is difficult to go back because they cannot actually go back to where they left from. It becomes really difficult. There are people who these people have actually cajoled into getting COS with £10,000, £6,000, £15,000, as the case may be, only for them to get here. There's no job. They can't give them job. I know of a woman who has been here for over a year. After 6 months of the agent that gave her the COS, she wasn't getting a job. They revoke her visa. Before she came in, her husband had 5 years visa. Her husband was coming in and going and coming in. By the time they revoked her visa, and the husband said, okay, because the husband said, I can't come because I know what that country is. I don't want to go there and be suffering. You go sort yourself. The husband was still back in Nigeria. They come with her. Immediately they revoked the visa. The husband said, okay, let me see if I can come in before one thing. At the point of entry in Heathrow, they send the husband back. The 5 years visa that the husband had before can no longer work. The dependency visa can no longer work. Everything just in disarray. She can't go back, she can't go forward. She's been back and forth, back and forth. She can't go back because she's ashamed. All of that. So there are lows and lows and lows of them. The student that came, they say 20 hours. For them to even get the 20 hours is another thing. They do the 20 hours to make up with their school fees is another thing. This Tinubu thing, I have spoken to a specific girl. Her mom was my colleague who recently retired and went back home because the husband is from Delta State. They made him a chief and all those blah, blah, blah. And then she went home. When this Ozoro thing was happening, and I called her, I said, you guys knew about this Ozoro. We're talking about it. She said it's not from her own part, that like all these things we hear on the internet, they in Nigeria, they don't even hear most of the things happening, blah, blah, blah. She was going to find out. She was telling me that her daughter went on your mandate because the daughter is a student. I was like, what are you doing there? He said they promised them £500 each. They go, they mobilize students. I left a message. I said majority of them are students and people who came with COS. I also know that there are people who are here doing well, who are political, whatever. There is one particular lawyer that I stopped talking to. He used to be my friend. We talk. When Tinubu was campaigning, he kept campaigning. Each time I talk about Tinubu, he became really aggressive and this and this. That was why I cut him off. There are people like that because they also know what they gain from there. So they know where these people are and they reach out to them, they give them money, and then they are the one who goes about going into this community, gathering people whom they know that they are suffering like the word you used, and then they promise them £500 each. At the end of the day, this woman was telling me that even the daughter who went there to fool herself that because she was very, very angry, the £500 they promised them, at the end of the day, they gave her £150. Now, immediately the £150 got into her hand, she walked away to say, at least this will pay my transport back to where I'm coming from. So there are a lot of them that were manipulated like that. Students, people who came on the basis of wanting, there's no job, UB. I don't think anybody with a sane mind who, even though UK is not a bed of roses, you can afford your B, you can afford your 3 square meal, we go and do that shenanigan. So they manipulated people to get this crowd that they got based on the promises. At the end of the day, they did not even give them what they promised them. Some of them got £100, £150, £200 compared to the £500 that they promised them. From a reliable source, I got this information. That's why I just came in. You guys have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Auntie Grace. Thank you for shedding more light on that. So there you have it. For those who are following our JAPA story, the UK is a hot mess right now, I'm sorry to say. all the story you might have heard about how the land is greener over there, how opportunity yakwayaski, it's actually not like that. And just before Abby will contribute, let me also add to what Auntie Grace said. If you are coming abroad to study now, don't come abroad to study and start considering that you are going to survive on the basis of that 20 hours part-time job that they will allow you to do. The whole thing is crashing now. Here in Austin, students in some private school, they are seeing hell right now under this present administration. In fact, they have to give them specific organizations or companies where they can work. If you don't find your part-time 20 hours job there, your own is done. And also, if you are coming abroad for study, make sure you acquire productive skills before you come. I've standing for a couple of guys here. There are guys that are actually, I have to teach them photography and videography so it can help with them hustling and paying some bills. If you don't have a good skill, a skill that is on high demand, don't just say because my dad is saying go sponsor me, you hop on plane and you are coming. Anything can happen. What if while you are here studying, God call papa home or mama business crash? So don't believe most of the things Nigerians are telling you, especially if you are in Nigeria. Nigerians can lie. Nigerians can lie. They will not come home and tell you the type of job they are doing, how tedious, how difficult those jobs could be. They're not going to tell you. Now to come home and tell you, say, oh, you know, life is good over here in abroad, you know. We have some job, we did some job, I'm making this money. And then you two, you go to jump like Judge Jehovah. Especially you where you don't get backbone. They go abroad, won't go study. So please, don't believe in all those crap. I remember when that COS BS was going on in the UK, how a lot of people were scammed in Nigeria over COS. Thank God for, I think, on ATB platform and a couple of other platforms where they discuss that COS thing in details. And I think, was it Honey Babe or maybe CC? Somebody also helped us digest it here one time. That COS shit, you better ask better questions. There are people that left Nigeria, they sold their property, they sold everything, all to get to the UK and discover that the COS where they can't get their job, no they. And from what I gather, it's like when you get that COS, there's supposed to be job waiting for you in the UK before you get there. Or Abby, is that not how that thing works in the UK?
Yeah, sponsorship. So you should
Right?
have it for you. Yeah, sponsorship.
So please, before you hop on the plane and say, they go UK, they go UK, ask question. No. I used to tell people so many times that when you want to go abroad, research the state and the city you are going to. There are some state and city that when you go there, you just won't go suffer your head. Their weather is terrible.
No.
The economy don't crash. Many states, even right here in America now, there are a lot of states here that they are surviving on government funds. Right here in America, some states are like that. You saw what Donald Trump was doing to some of those Democratic states. I remember Maine. I think it's called Maine or something that has female governor. When I found out that that state, bulk of their revenue is coming from the federal government. That's why Trump was like, well, I ain't giving you no money. So you have to research. Don't just jump and say, they give me the. I remember one time, one guy came one time, that guy went to Rhode Island. I've never been there. Those who are around Rhode Island, you can testify. The guy went to Rhode Island. From what I gathered, the area where he go for Rhode Island, it be like that they get money well for that side. Many job no day. Dude was there for 4 good months. He can't do jack. Until he started crying, looking for who we help. And then, because when he was back in Edo State, he helped a lot of students that was schooling in Ekpoma then. One of those students was living in Austin. So I seen they calling wife for Nigeria. They say, this place where they walk no even day. I go wake up, I go waka, I don't see anybody. Even if there's a make I have done the packer, he says nothing. When he cry, give his wife to begin cry around their side there for Edo State. Now so one guy will be wife friend, we don't live with him before, and the guy where they Austin, many of them that they go in house for Nigeria at that time when they study, they go eat, do everything. He was a nice guy. Now in that guy come tell us, so person there for Texas. So now Houston, be like saying now Houston, the guy know they Houston, they Austin. I know Nigerians used to mix that shit up a lot. Now that guy they can't call. They can't give her a number. He can't call that guy. That guy can't talk. Say, even me, self, my leg never stand. But I know a lot of people here we go feel helpful. They have this Edo State meeting here, very helpful. There is a lot of Nigerian community that are really, really helpful. The Igbo people now then get the biggest community, but Igbo, Yoruba, Edo, all types of community there, if you ask very well. So the guy say, he don't know anybody, he cannot do anything, but he know some people where he go fit there. That was how they tell one of my guys. Now the guy said, tell me, say, Egbon, this guy, they wrote that like, don't they there 4 months to naughty, in they broke, no band, he need help. We have to help. Now I say, well, he can't get luck. That time, I think the call came on Wednesday. I have a show in Dallas on Saturday. No, on Friday, now today. I go do pre-wedding and the wedding on Saturday. So I told the guy, say, well, there is no way I can help, but right now, I'm desperately in need of somebody to assist me in going to Dallas. I need 3 people. I only have 1. I said, okay, if the guy can go, now so the guy take flight, come. The guy enter Austin on Thursday. By Friday, he follow me go work. He follow me go work on Friday. We came back on Saturday. I think because he don't know anything at all, but he was just there. I paid him $200. You need to see how a grown man, person where don't they chop life for Nigeria, but you need to see how tears they come out of it. He asked me, say, sir, now my money with this. I say, it's your money. That's how I said to people when they work for me. I gave the other guy, the one that handled the main cam, I gave him $300 and I paid him $200. He almost want to like that. I say, you don't need it, just get up. You just have to like figure yourself out. Now, so me too, I can't begin to call my contact, call everybody. That was it. Even until the wife will marry everything. Now, from one connection to another, if Misty is watching, if Missy is watching this show now, Missy know who I'm talking about. So please do your research. Don't just hop on plane and say, I'm going. Ask. There are some Nigerians now when they go say they give you visa, you are going to Alaska. Alaska, of all places. So it's the same thing in the UK. I've never been to the UK, but I hear story. Sometimes when those in UK, when they tell me about some area in UK, I will say, now so? I told you about Liverpool. I've never been to Liverpool. I only know Liverpool through Liverpool Football Club. The day somebody was telling me, say, he gets some area for Liverpool, so far I did, I say, hey? Liverpool, when me, I think, say, as you they come down from plane like this, now inside luxury, now you they enter. So please, don't leave Nigeria and go to a country where you will be suffering. Do your research. Ask questions. There was a video that was trending. Is it last week? Abi, I don't know if you saw that video. When the guy said HOD in Nigeria was denied a job because he doesn't have cleaning skills. Did you see that video, Abi?
No.
I look at the guy and I feel sorry for him. Even from the video, you can tell say the guy is asking himself, why did I come? That's the way it is. Do your research before you leave. Do your research. Don't just hop on plane, you go there, then life can't they suffer you. And the worst part is you can't go back to Nigeria where you're coming from. That is the most terrible thing in all things. Me, I brag all the time. If America no move forward, I carry my bag, I go back home. Though it's painful because you know exactly what you are going back to. You know you are going back to insecurity. Don't let anybody deceive you. You know you are going back to epileptic power supply. You know you are going back to noise. The last time I visited Nigeria, generator noise almost won't blow my brain off. Me, where the brag say, oh, more, I be omo Iko, omo Igboro, no be Nigeria. Now, when I go back to Nigeria, now I can't discover, say, abroad don't change my system. Generator noise. I know they take sleeping tablet sleep at a point. Even the hotel where we day. Now, so they walk night and they go the year. I go Nigeria, me, Lagos boy, me where I study for LASU, the time where LASU they hot, where we say, bullet they do pow, you don't do us anything. I went back to Nigeria. We drove from Abule Egba. I went to my friend's place. We drove from Abule Egba all the way when we were going to LASU to process my transcript. I no take I see one single police. For the first time as a Nigeria, the reality hit me, say, this is not right. How can we drive this long and we do not see one single police patrol car? I don't know if, Abby, I don't know, maybe you understand what I'm saying. Now, that was when I'm beginning to realize that living abroad has kind of altered my mentality. It don't change how I think. Eh? Me and my paddy, my friend, because I think it took like maybe 3 days before my driver comes. My friend, where they drive me with them, we go into somebody like this, we go fight, come back. You know when they cause fight? My friend was driving the Lagos style. I was feeling the pain. Me where the driver seat. Eh? You know the Lagos, everybody, I was telling my friend, bro, no. Please, calm down. At the point, my friend was like, Ben worry, she I'm not jare. See, now wow. The reality hit me. So right now, if I say I'm going back to Nigeria, I already know what I'm walking into. Say, your life, na per second, na God had the day. And that's why sometimes when I see Nigerians spend all their productive time in church, I understand. Because no security. No security. Okay. This thing don't go up now. Because of my Uncle Trump wahala. Gas price don't go up now for Nigeria. Everybody is lamenting, crying up and down. And that one is not Tinubu fault at all. That no be Tinubu make gas go up. But again, where is the relief? Right now that the prices of gas is going up, this is where electric vehicle comes in. Where we there, America now, those where they use electric vehicle now, that they take us to say, you know, I don't even care about gas. You know, I just charge up my Tesla. But in Nigeria, can you do that? Nothing is working. And yet, now that same UK, even on this YouTube street, I'm so sorry, but I will say this. If you count 20 YouTubers from UK that are doing political content, 16 out of those 20 YouTubers, they sing on your mandate on their channel. 16. I don't blame them, like I said. It's politics. You are free to support whoever you want to support. But what baffles me is, how can you be supporting poor performances, poor governance, and you are living in a country whereby with a phone call you can control so many things? I don't get it. How can you be? Because sometimes when I go to those political platforms, my question is like, okay, let's talk about insecurity. Yeah, Tinubu is performing. I agree. What is it doing with regard to insecurity? And sometimes it has to be brushed aside. But then my brain will come to tell me, say, as I dey here now, they follow you talk. May God not let us see emergency. If I die 911 now, I bet you 5 minutes top, police go show up here. You know why? This area where they live here, when you come out there, before you go reach our junction, say you even want to go enter highway, you will see at least nothing less than 3 police cars. One day I was telling my wife, say this police, they pay them free money. May God forgive me. Now my Nigerian mentality they talk. You know why I say that? Because Nothing is happening in my area, no crime or anything like that. But you will see them there every day with their patrol car. Where it comes Sunday is when something happens, you're not going to even know where they'll come out. I shared it with you guys the day my car caught fire. As I they jump like this, drag my picking, come out, they tell Vicky, 911, 911. Before I open bonnet, pull my shirt, begin, they try to take me out. Police don't show up. Police don't show up. Fire service don't show up. Till I'm talking to you right now, I not received one single bill. I was even thinking, because that was the first time I'm calling fire service. I was thinking when they show up like that, they go send bill to your house, say, hey, you called us, we show up, this is what you pay. I know see shitty now. I don't know whether they will contact me later, but the point I'm making is we live in a country whereby we just won't die. Help will show up. With one die, you can seek any type of help. And yet, you have people in Nigeria managing the affairs of the country, doing absolutely nothing compared to where we are supposed to be. And yet, you are singing on your mandate, we shall stand. Anyway, Abby, if you want to add anything over to you, may we move to the next story so that I'll go rodeo, go play.
I don't have anything to add though.
Sure, you know, collect $500, Abby.
Maybe not. But Uncle Ben,
tell me now, if you collect, make I recount my Ogun course, I beg. Did you collect?
I was begging you that you should recount the Ogun course in the chat.
But you collect 500.
700. They won 500. They 2
Abby, what did you go do for your mandate?
Uncle Ben, is on your madness we shall stand, first of all. But Uncle Ben, did they not say that is our money? So we should collect it but not support. I'm joking, no, when we're not on this live stream.
Abby, tell me, you collect that money true?
Was I not on this live stream the day that they were in Windsor? I even made a joke about it. Then Uncle Patrick was like, Abby, are you in Windsor, Canada? It's not far from me. I said, no, it's Windsor in London, in the UK, rather.
So you collect?
I did not collect, Uncle Ben.
Okay. This guy.
But I'm saying that they said that the new plan is you collect.
How much me alone? Now this guy go finish me for this show, I swear. Eh?
Uncle Ben, what's the problem? I was on a live stream when they were doing it. Now, were we not here together? When they were doing it, how was I there and on live stream?
Because I swear Ogun earlier. Okay. I recount my Ogun.
How don't you know that one of your distant cousins collected the money and not son Ogun?
It's just crazy, Niabi. Okay, those of you that went and collect on your mandate money.
But I don't collect though. 200
pounds and 500 pounds. Ogun will not kill you. Ogun will not kill you. God will forgive you your sin. No, it's just painful, Abby. Sometimes it's crazy how our people they think. Ogun will not kill you. Nothing will happen to you. Okay, but please use your brain. Use your brain. When you collect that money, Abby, you remember when we were having that conversation? I think Uncle Daya was here too. When I was saying, for me, and since today is Sunday, I think it's good to finish this segment on a Christian note. You remember when I said that for me, I've never ever participated in anything like this. I would rather not take it because I believe the God I serve. Hunger no go kill me. All Nigerians need to know is that you were not feeding or living on this money all this while that they abandon you. It is not now the election is around the corner that they are bringing money and you think, oh, if I collect the money
afterwards, so after election they forget about you. So
exactly.
Hunger was going to buy you anyway.
Exactly. So as a Christian, this is what I can share with you. Hang on to Jesus. Okay? Hang on to Jesus. So far you are alive. Hunger will not beat you from morning till night. If God can provide manna from above, there's always going to be help. Don't sell your soul. If you are receiving money from these Nigerian politicians under the guise of, collector, vote your conscience, it's a lie. These politicians are super smart than that. Many of the people that went for your mandate in UK now, some of them will left home and say, you know what, I'll collect the money, I'll just come and lie. They don't just give the money like that.
They organized coaches from Nigerian House,
Mm-hmm.
Northumberland Avenue for 5 a.m. 5
Mm-hmm.
a.m. 5 a.m.
And you have to be there for you to receive the money. They have to
5
make sure
a.m.
you are on ground. So these politicians are not fool. Please, if you are in Nigeria, don't buy into that. You say, collect the money, vote someone. They don't do it like that. And when you are collecting that money, if we want to go religious route now, when you are collecting that money, that is you telling God that, oh, Baba, the condition I am now is good.
Yeah, okay.
But if you say, Lord, I know I am tempted to collect this money because of my condition, but I know what they are doing is wrong. I don't want to collect this money, Lord. Provide alternative means for me. Trust me. Our God listens when you ask. It says in the Bible, ask and you shall be given. Knock and it will be open to you. Now we they pray pass for Nigeria, and now we still they do double standard. Seek, you shall find. Thank you, Abby. That's the way me I roll. I'm not trying to be Mr. Pastor or anything, but the way my own faith works, if I see that something is wrong, I would rather turn to God rather than accepting that thing. I don't do it. So please, I want to encourage us Nigerians. Let us stop. One of the best and fastest way to send the wrong to send the right signal to the politicians is to reject their offering. As soon as you reject their offering, they start being worried. Ask yourself, the APC has how many governors now? About 31 governors. Everybody don't decamp go APC finish. Even the opposition now is like they don't even want to run anymore. They don't want to waste their money. And still, they are still in this perpetual panic mode. What does that tell you? That simply means that they knew they were not doing the right by the people. What was the reason for bribing you? Ask yourself. Why do politicians out of the blues suddenly feel like, oh, hey, whoa, APC, Baba, when they say, may we give you this one? Why? All of a sudden, it make no sense. It doesn't. I've had several conversations on some platform. When we talk about net fund, that is the government student loan that Tinubu say he initiated. Wait, it sounds good. But here's the question. Where is the job after school? Are you forgetting it's a loan? Where is the job opportunity? So please, I will speak to parents too. Those of you parents that you are collecting all this rice, all these beans, all these 2,000, 10,000 from politicians, you are ruining your children's future. You are making your children become jobless. You are eating their future away. When you collect all this rice, all these beans, all this pangolo thing, we no reach anything from them. And guess you what? As soon as you collect those money from the politician, you have no basis of holding them accountable again. They don't settle you. In case you don't know. All those money they are using in buying bag of rice, buying this, buying that. If they spend that money into infrastructure, your son, your daughters will be working. And on that note, that you are collecting politicians' money, I think you are doing good, thereby rendering your children useless. On that note, I will move on to our next line of discussion, which is the Ozoro Festival, where allegedly youth are roaming the street, groping women, raping them, doing all sort of nonsense because they are being dumped, stupid, and their brain is in the gutters. Whose fault is it? It is the fault of you, the fathers and mothers that are collecting all these bag of rice, beans, noodles from politicians. Ladies and gentlemen, let us move on to our next show. My name is Benuriu, and this is UB and the Roof.
Welcome to UB Reactions, the place where we keep it real. Today, we've got some hot topics, so let's jump right in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You be in the building. Hey, vibe with Uncle Bino. Let's go. Now happy hour things, you know. Hang out with you, babe. It's our vibe tonight. Hey, laugh and learn. We shining bright.
All right. Welcome back. Now, please, let's get this video. Let's get it up with likes. Do me a favor. Hit the likes. Don't be one of those on your mandate people.
Uncle
If you are
Ben,
not hitting the like, you are on your mandate. Abby, what you say, ma'am?
you want us to do what Tinubu did, pay us.
I should
Threatening
pay,
it's not every
I should
day.
pay you for speaking the truth, Abby. Really?
Well, Tinubu gave them 500 and 200 to shop. You to give us money to like the video.
All right. As we are moving on, because I don't get money to give Abby to like the video. As we're moving on, let me announce the result of our poll on YouTube. The poll is: are some Nigerians in the UK justified for taking money to support Tinubu visit to the UK? I see we have 27 votes, and 11% said yes, 59% said no, and 30% said they are suffering. Yes, they are really, really suffering. So I'm gonna end. You say what?
I don't think they are suffering, Shad. They're just ridiculous.
You don't think they are suffering?
Mm-mm.
Abby, they are suffering.
After these 500 pounds, what next?
Abby, they are suffering. They are illebi. Don't even.
You know what is very painful about this thing? You see them, Cubana cheap rates and laud. Did you see the package they sent to them with the gold-plated phones, iPhones and stuff? You have to really sit down and think about how you're not important because all they give you is good golden penny, noodles, gari, rice, and then the main people that they actually rate, they give them like a box, and then obviously they're giving them lots of cash as well. So it's ridiculous today, Sha.
It's crazy. All right, Abby. Let's talk about this one real quick so that I can call it a day. I have a date with my children. We have to go somewhere. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
I am UB, your favorite Gen Z uncle. And this is my take.
All right. Welcome back. The conversation we're about to have right now, please, I want to beg everyone ahead of time. Let us drop our points, but not fighting. We don't do that here. We don't want to fight. We just want to extract lesson and recommend way forward. The Ozoro Festival. When I saw the energy around it, I initially thought that let me just keep this and just keep it going. But because I'm a girl's dad, I have aunties, I have mom, I have daughters, I have wife, and I have a lot of amazing female friends. I feel like it's gonna be hypocritical of me if I don't cover this and let the real fam also drop their take about this issue. So please, I want us to listen to each other as we are dropping our position on this matter. And I want us to focus more on way forward than the past. So for those who are not aware of what's going on, an incident happened. It was trending 2 days ago that there is this community in Niger Delta. It is known as, contrary to popular opinion, that community is known as Uramuju community. So please follow my story so that we can get this straight. That community is known as Uramuju community. That is where this craziness took place. Now, Uramuju Oramudu community. Oh, no, it's not even a community itself. Oramudu is actually a quarter within the Ozoro community in Isoko North local government area of Delta State, Nigeria. I'll say that again. Oramudu is a quarter, is just a quarter within the Ozoro, or be Ozoro or Ozoro, I don't know the right pronunciation, within the Ozoro community in Isoko North local government area of Delta State. Now, let me paint a picture of what we are talking about so it can make sense. Uncle Patrick, are you still here, sir? Abby, do you see Uncle Patrick in the studio?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. I just want to be sure so that I don't remove you. So let me paint a picture of what is going on. So for those who don't know Nigeria, in Nigeria we have states and then we have local government area. So the state encompasses a larger area in the country, while the local government is just like a subsection of the state. Now, there is the local government in Delta State where this incident occurred is called Ozoro. You know, the local government is called Delta North. Delta North. That is the local government.
Isoko North is the local government.
Isoko North. Thank you. Isoko North local government. Now, within that Isoko North local government, they have an area referred to as Ozoro community. Okay? So, within that Ozoro community, they now have a quarter known as Ohamudu quarters. Why am I emphasizing this like mad now? Is for us to understand that the level of generalization that is going on with this story, if we don't dig deep, we really won't get to the bottom of it. That Ohamudu quarters is relatively small within the Ozoro community, and the Ozoro community itself is in that Isoko North local government of Delta State. This Ozoro festival, the festival is synonymous to that Oramudu community. It is not a festival generally in Delta State or in Isoko North. Abby, am I clear to some point on this one?
Yes, you are.
Okay. No. We have to make it make sense, because I know some people might not really understand it and they might begin to spin it, but we need to understand the root. Why do I take time to explain the significance of how small these Ohamudu quarters could be? Is because Nigeria is a multicultural society. In a state, you can have as many cultural and traditional practices as possible, with each one having its own uniqueness. So, Ohamudu community is so small, so insignificant, and this is part of their culture and tradition. Now, let me explain the festival itself. From what I found out, that festival, according to a reliable source, somebody who knows the area very well, the festival used to be a kind of ritual that they do for women in order for them to resolve infertility problem. They said back in the days, women who are looking for the fruit of the womb, but they couldn't conceive, every year when they do this festival, those women will come out, and then maybe an old woman will lie on there or something, or maybe they will rub sand or something on their stomach. It used to be fertility ritual, unique to Oramudu small quarter in Ozoro community. Now, according to what I gathered, because of advanced healthcare system and everything, they have left that stupid tradition behind until one of the chief priests that they have now reenacted the ritual. But here is what baffles me in all of this. Like I said, they said this ritual is originally for women who want to conceive. It has nothing to do with men. But what we found out was that now when they did the ritual, men are now the one they said they are sprinkling sand on. And that when they are having this festival, they will now make announcement that women should not come out. That women should not come out. That during this festival, any woman will come out, whatever her eyes see, may she take them. That's what I found out. Now, I started asking myself this question. How does a festival or ritual meant for women now become something they are doing for men? I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. But moving forward, what now happened was I discovered that there are government institutions cited alongside the Ozoro community. Is that right, Abby? I hear there's this university around that area. What do they call it? Delta something university. It sounds more like a private university. I don't know. They have a university.
Polytechnic.
And they have the private polytechnic, right?
Too. Yes.
Okay. So when videos surface online, which we saw many of those videos, as I'm going to show you now, I won't play those videos because many of those videos are really terrible. So when videos surfaced, we saw a group of young men chasing women down the street and doing the unthinkable. And thank God for social media. That was how it now become a national issue. So for me to drop my take, I want to make a quick reference here. You see this video you are seeing on my screen now. This video is not from Nigeria. But this video, I think this video is from one community in Asia. Where is it again? Indonesia. Indonesia. Why am I bringing this video here? There is a kind of similarity between what they are doing at that Ozoro community, the one that is currently trending on social media, and the one you are about to witness on my screen. Here is the twist. In Indonesia, where they are practicing this same stupid culture, the men are the one being hunted. When I do verse. The men are the one being hunted. Meaning women, when they are having the ritual, women will be chasing any man when they catch him. Once they catch that man, they will tear the man apart, jump on him, doing everything. The same essay that took place in Nigeria. Then when I saw this video, I laugh. What do you know why I'm laughing? The men were running, like running, literally begging for their own life. And I now look at it like, if men could be running away from a crowd of women chasing them to do the unthinkable, how much more a crowd of men chasing a woman? How frightening could that be? That is the madness that went down 2 days ago. So let me just show you a brief of this clip. Hopefully, we'll get to that crazy place. Watch this. You see the guy is running. You see? All right. I believe you have seen what I'm talking about. Now, let me now show you some of the crazy clips from Ozoro. Watch this. Imagine now. Okay, I believe you've seen what I want you to see. I will take it off so that YouTube will not flag it. Imagine this multitude of boys chasing one girl, one innocent girl, and start tearing her clothes apart, molesting her. Just imagine for a minute. Isn't that madness? So, as soon as these videos was trending, Abby, if you remember, when I came to the backstage, I think 2 days ago, I said I have never heard of this culture before. And I remember, Abby, you said, yes, it did. I even asked my wife, because my wife is from Delta Igbo too. I said, babe, this thing sounds strange. I've never heard of this before. It did happen. My wife said, yes, it did. But the difference is that when they are having those festival or ritual or whatever, they will send out messages that women should not come out, that they should stay at home. They will warn everybody. And then my wife shared her own personal experience with me yesterday, that when she was seeking admission into Uniben before she came to LASU, there was one time she went to Uniben for admission, and the person that she was supposed to meet there delayed. The person did not show up until she went to they directed her to the person house. It's an older man anyway. When she got there, the man had traveled and the time was running out. So she now decided to went back to their hometown, Ubuluku, in Delta State, that late night. So she said she left around 8. And by the time she was getting to their side, it was already like something around 11. So when she get to their place, she took a bike all the way to her grandfather's compound. And then she knocked. Who is that? Then she told them, is she Tina, daughter of so. That everybody rushed to the door. They opened door for her to come. And they were like, why? Why are you coming this late night? Don't you know they are having this festival? And she said she didn't know because she left Lagos to Benin and then from Benin to that place. And then I now say, okay, now it's beginning to make sense. But still, I was still conflicted. Like, how? This is strange. There is no festival in Nigeria, as far as I can recall, where women are being chased in broad daylight, molested, and it has not spread all over Nigeria. I never hear them. That is when I now begin to try to find out what's going on. Then I say, okay, I remember Dr. Charles Akpoki. He's a Delta man, and definitely he must have seen this video. I also reacted to the video. So I went to listen to Dr. Charles Akpoki. Now, before I play Dr. Charles Akpoki, let me give you guys where I stand so you can begin to prepare your own position. I noticed that the Delta State government, the police commander, have arrested the priest that did this rubbish. Before I started this show, I still check. The priest and 5 other people have been arrested, but I don't think that is enough because in a place like Nigeria, they never made the example of anyone. They will just, we arrest, and then they will sweep it under the table. So it's crazy. Then I also saw the video of the king of that area denying that, should I say deny or should I take his position? I don't know. But what he said was he had no idea that the festival is taking place. And I was angry. My anger is that for those of us who are somehow familiar with how rituals, festivals are done in some part of Nigeria, you cannot be a king of a community and you will have a festival whereby there's going to be strict warning that women should not come out. It's usually like a curfew for women. There is no way you can have a festival where women will be warned, announcement will be made that they should not come out, and you, the king, will not be aware of it. You cannot have a chief priest in your community that can orchestrate such magnitude of a festival or ritual, whatever it is, and you, the king, you are not aware of it. It's strange. And I've also heard some people say, even the wife is women advocate and all of that. So please, as I'm about to play this video, I want you to think about this. The problem we have at hand with this Ozoro festival, is this a problem of culture or it is a crime against women? That's where I stand, though, okay? Because my argument is, let us condemn this barbaric act, but let's not make it an issue of men have always been coming for us. Men have always been coming for us. Men have been doing the... Yes, but if we don't tackle the problem, make sure people are paid. People are punished for carrying out all these bastardized acts. If we're going to continue to make it, men do this, they are always oppressing women, we won't go nowhere. It will be a matter of time before another one will happen. For me, my own approach, like I said in one of our shows, my approach has always been practical approach. I see a problem, I try to look for what is the best solution. And I'm a consequentialist. You commit the crime, you do the time. That is my own approach. If it were left to me, I swear, as you be, those boys where the video they circulate, if you allow me, say I get power, I get control. All those ones where they molest gay women, so where they tear their clothes, we go carry your mama, your sister, make they tear her own clothes to make you wash. I know it's a wrong approach, it's a crazy approach. Forgive me. But the thing is, I just want them to feel that pain, to see what it looks like for a group of young men chasing a girl. May they just feel am first. Maybe may they not even remove your mama clothes. May they just drop your mama or your sister in the midst of a crowd of boys first. If not push, may they just be push am. Which I know that is like correcting a wrong with another wrong. But I just wanted to let people understand the magnitude of this stupendous act that we just witnessed. So my take is, punish the people who cross the line. If we have a country that is functioning, if we have a government that works, we have a Ministry of Women Affairs, by now, sensitization and campaign supposed to be ongoing, back to back to back to back to back. Police should have been deployed right now to have raided as many boys as possible in that community. Why am I saying that? We have culture and we have crime being perpetrated and camouflaged as a festival. That's my take. Let me play Dr. Charles Akpoki briefly, and then we will have this conversation. Now, for your information, I do not, for the first time, I do not 100% agree with Dr. Charles Akpoki. The reason I'm playing this video is because Dr. Charles Akpoki is known to bring balance and fair. And two, Dr. Charles Akpoki lives in this area and is a very, very knowledgeable man. He's a medical doctor. I've been following him. It's not like I agree with him 100%, but I just want people to understand the nature of that festival and what we're supposed to be and what we end up witnessing. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, I actually went to Dr. Akpoki's, under this video, I seek permission for me to use his video. I think for the first time I will be playing his video. So I just want you to know. Here we go, people.
I am your friend, Dr. Charles Akpoki. There was a disturbing video that showed some very stupid boys harassing young women at Uzoro. And the impression created was that it was a festival that was part of their culture that allowed men to grope women. Some of them even said that it was a festival of Aru-PE. And so I called my friends, a lecturer at the Uzoro University, Southern Delta University. I called my former PA and vice and principal who lectures there. And the queen of the community, Uzoro community, eventually got in contact with me.
I assure you that it will never happen in this kingdom again. Sure. After this, I'm going to summon an emergency meeting of all the elders, all the organs of the town. The president will do that. That no kind of festival will be celebrated in this town without my full knowledge. None. Now, I don't think the intent of this celebration was for guests to be harassed. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So,
Number one, no female was penetrated in that misbehavior. Number two, it is not an Uzoro festival. It's a festival in one community in Uzoro called Oramudu. I hope I pronounced it well. And it's a culture where married women who have not conceived they come outside, and the men, the festival people, come from wherever they've gone to do some cultural things. They use sand to rub the belly of the women in their belief that it will bring fertility. But prior to each of the days they do such ceremonies, which is, I think, twice every year, they usually announce that single ladies should not come out. But the person who announced this time announced it in Isoko. Uzoro has become an urban community with a university, with other people who do not understand Isoko language. And so some of them who are students and non-natives came out, who are single, and they were harassed, roughly handled. And in some other quarters, nothing like that happened. The people who went and rough-handled young ladies in the streets were miscreants who capitalized on the lapses. In fact, if you watch the video, the king was visibly angry with whoever did that. And he was not informed before that ceremony was done. And the President General, who happens to be a lecturer at the Southern Delta University, when he heard about it, he came out and with the vigilante, he called the area commander, they tried to stop that thing as soon as possible. It is very, very unfortunate that very stupid young men will take advantage of a lapse and ignorance to manhandle females. In fact, the queen of the community is a girl child advocate. And she asked me to do this video. I told her I was going to do the video because I felt very, very bad that it is not in their attitude to molest women. The king said he has daughters. Maybe you will see it in the video. And so I am appealing to the President General and the Odion of Oramudu that that festival should never take place in that community again. There are modern scientific ways of making women to get pregnant through IVF and other systems. And that culture is outdated. And Ozoro has become a cosmopolitan place, a university town. And that we condemn the actions of those young men who harass young girls. We condemn it in all totality. The king also condemns it. The queen condemns it. Even the President General has condemned it. Ozoro people are very welcoming people. They are very enlightened people. And it will never happen again. Never, ever happen again. And I appeal to the Odiologbo and the Council of Elders to ensure that that ceremony never takes place. Thank you so much. I am Dr. Charles Apoki, just to put the record straight. But whether never ever harass a woman, never ever harass a young lady. We all have daughters, we have wives. Nobody should intimidate a woman. Thank you, and God bless you.
All right. You heard that from Dr. Charles Akbuki right there. And I just want to start the reaction now. So thank God Abby is here. Abby is a strong advocate for women and the girl child. And we have many sisters on this platform too. So let's please try make it make sense. Now, let me allow you to hear from this young lady here.
We have seen the issue that's been happening, the festival happening in Oslo, Delta State, Nigeria, where there is a culture or a practice where for 7 good days, that's a whole week, they say they are celebrating a festival where women are not advised to come outdoors. And if you come out, you would be harassed, assaulted, or you will be raped. Now, my problem with this is that this is something that's been happening for generations. And as an activist or somebody who is so passionate about females, it is very disturbing that this was even created in the first place. And the fact is that we still keep coming back to the conversation of the fact that females are not angry enough. Let's be frank, we are not angry enough, because this kind of act should have been condemned from the very beginning. It should never have even been allowed to happen, because these are women or females who would need to go out and make a living. They are the ones providing for the families. They are the ones putting food on the table, because some so-called gender who claim that they are the providers actually don't even do the actual work. This one, you come for me. I'm here for you people. Now, not to mar the whole thing and make it look like I'm the quote-unquote bitter, angry feminist that I've always been, which I'm proud of course. I am here to have this conversation because we have made the matter normalized. We have normalized rape as a culture. We have normalized assault and harassment and abuse as part of us. It's not normal. Because explain to me why something like this has happened and you can still see individuals defending these barbaric acts. And you keep thinking about the fact that this is a father, this is a nephew, this is a brother, this is an uncle who definitely has females as family members. And you are thinking about it. You're trying to wrap your head around it. It's not making sense. So please, I want to put this out to everybody. Where we are, of course, where I am, I'm always related to where I am. Are we angry enough about the fact that there are more than 200 defilement cases currently in the DOFSO office that have been stalled or stopped because of insufficient evidence, unnecessary begging and pleading from community members and chiefs? Yes, these are cases that should have been handled and cleared a long time ago, but they are stuck at that office because somebody decided that being a family is more important than seeking justice for a survivor. Now, I'm not here to condemn, I'm not here to shout, I'm not here to talk plenty. But what I want to pass my message across, or what I want to say, is that when I start talking, And when I start making my points, if I see one single person that comes to say rubbish or nonsense, I am here for you people, because honestly, I've been kind enough, I've been smiling enough.
They want to serve our identity. You don't answer the question. Or you were supposed to answer the question. Did you come to tell me? No. No, sir. Sit down. You don't tell the president. No, sir. Okay. The whole world. My phone is serious this morning. I have more than 200 photographs and videos of what transpired yesterday. I'm highly embarrassed. Kings, government officials, people that wish this kingdom well. I just can't explain what is happening at this time. You know, I cannot say I don't know. I'm indicting myself. I know, I'm indicting myself. Now you're taking a decision to celebrate. And what you are saying is that the rape, the abuse and harassment of the young ladies yesterday was coincidental. There you go. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. I want to make one point clear. I've been a king for 20-something years now. I've never heard that the umbrella was celebrated with girls being abused, harassed, and raped. However, I know that the connotation, the deeper meaning of your "we announce every day for 2 weeks," I didn't hear nobody came to tell me, they come to inform me. Because I would have asked, what are you beating by that nobody should come out? Sit down, I'll see you. But your time, get you out. Anyway, I won't say much. You are going to make a statement to DBA. I just wanted to clear this point here. Nobody came to tell me, neither they tell the administration of the town, the president, the VC, or any person, the vice, or any person. And just went.
Okay, I believe there are so many videos out there that you can watch, but the reason I choose to play all these 3 videos, from Dr. Akpoki to that lady out there, and now the king response, is because something is fundamentally wrong, and we have to do better, especially those of us who knew better. Rather than turning this into men against women, let us increase the advocacy for women protection. Attacking men will not solve this problem. You heard the king now saying he was unaware, and they showed the guy, the part of the people who organized this charade of a festival, where the king is asking him if they came to inform him. The guy said no. That in itself is a problem. That's why I say we have fundamental problem in Nigeria. There is no way you can do any festival or ritual without notifying the king. If they are not notifying the king of what went down, then more people have to go to jail. And even the king himself should question his own authority. And I'm not surprised, because in Nigeria back in those days, politicians don't choose who is to become king. They choose who to become king with traditional methods, using kola nut, shinap, consulting all kinds of deities before they elect who is going to become king. There are some form of power the king have, both spiritually and physically, after his coronation, that there is no subject of his that will go out and do anything traditionally wise. Whatever we have fed the entire community, nobody tries it without taking permission from the king. So if the king right here is denying or saying he had no knowledge of it, something is fundamentally wrong. Why is it the king? And these are the problems, because rather than the king, I would have loved to see this king right now in this video calling not even police commissioner, call police IG, say no, women must be protected in this our locality, especially when you have institutions right there that are drawing people from outside your environment. He's supposed to be calling the IG to say, no, this is not even state issue, this is federal. He's not doing that. Rather, what I saw the king doing was to exonerate himself. Like, they do this, I don't know. I don't know. You see, we have fundamental issues here. So I've listened to a lot of people, a lot of commentators, but generally what I heard is, oh, man, they are denying us, they deny us, they do all this, they do all that. And I feel like we can't write it like that. We can't. Until we start taking steps, holding those in authority accountable. Right now, I would have preferred to see the so-called feminist, Nigerian feminist. I would have preferred to see them right now bombard whoever is the Minister of Women Affairs office. I would have seen the so-called feminist. I'm fighting for women. I'm fighting gay child. I would have loved to see them on the ground, not this social media noise. Men, they are this, men are that, men. Those are the men you know. Me, I don't do it. The men I know, they don't do it. So if we want to be doing is men against women, before we know it, give it, in Nigeria, give it like 3 weeks. Another story will come out again. We will still remain where we are. So for me, let's focus on how to get rid of this disgraceful act in our society. My sister Maria said something, I think it was last year, and it engraved in my brain since then. I think we were having some of these conversation about tradition and things like that and culture. And Sister Maria said, we need culture audit in Nigeria, in our society. So many things we are supposed to have left long time ago. We hang on to it. And I'm 100% in support of that. But should we eradicate all our cultural values, all our traditions? I'm not for that. But can we make it better? They call this shit a festival. What I observe, that is not a festival. That is a ritual. According to the history, that's why I played Dr. Akpoki's story. That is a ritual. There is nothing festival about this. In festival, people wear clothes, they are dancing, you will see masquerade, you will see all kinds of things. This is not festival. This is a ritual. And for the fact that the king say he is not aware of all of this, that means this is a criminal act. This has nothing to do with culture, tradition, or festival now. This automatically become a group of men instigating younger men to go out and molest women. It's as simple as that. If we are still saying, oh, it's culture, it's their tradition, that means we don't want to face fact. We don't want to face reality. That these guys, somebody pushed them out there to say, any gay. Oh, I forgot. Sorry, Abby. Let me just add this one more video. Just maybe this will make my case make sense. You know me now. I will always do my research. I saw this lady's video. This lady is in the heart of this so-called Ozoro area. Listen to her. Just listen.
Ozoro is the town. We go catch thief. Eh? The thief, na indishing. They not go do the thief anything. If the thief even go prison, go come outside like tomorrow. Nothing go stop. The last thief they burnt in Ozoro 2021, that boy was not a pure Ozoro person. If that person has Ozoro, walai. If that person has Ozoro person, walai. See, staying in Ozoro to survive as a girl, you see my face, I know they smile, I dey squeeze am. I dey squeeze am. I dey squeeze am so that they will not say, my face and no go area. What do Ozoro people tell me? That I have so much pride. See the day where hand could touch me. That Ozoro person tell me. But then again, I can speak Isoko. I didn't hear what they talk. Oh, I look Igbo, but you jokes on you, bro. I be Isoko and the year and where. So I don't like it. I do not like them to a point. So now are you people trying to tell me that the king approved a rape festival? The king is aware. Now later on I go say, oh, then they carry the school come out. May they carry and come out. May they move the school. Pack them. May they can't go road may stay. Because you are not telling me that this is a school you are trusting life of other guests into. People will come and stay in the town. Non-Nigerians will stay in the town. Then you wake up in the morning and you announce a rape festival. A rape festival in the whole land of Isoko, north and south. To the Isoko people in Bayelsa and the ones everywhere. We've never heard. I have never heard in my life that one thing, somebody will wake up and say that one thing a rape festival. Ozoro no be better place. Ozoro no good. Oh, Jehovah. Ozoro we your man. Ozoro your man. Oh,
Okay. Okay. So let's have this conversation. Abby, please. Okay, I will share the link. Abby, you can share the link too. Anybody want to contribute, please, you are free to contribute, but I don't want us to fight over this. I'm all about solution. And like I said, I'm a very practical person. When I look at the situation, I concentrate on practicality of it. What is happening before my eyes? What should be a likely solution to this problem? That's just my approach. So let's have this conversation.
Welcome to UB Reactions, the place where we keep it real. Today, we've got some hot topics, so let's jump right in. I am UB, your favorite Gen Z uncle. And this is my take.
Yeah. All right, I'll be over to you. Sister Marriott, you go nowhere. You are going to Ozoro. I saw your comment now. I say, lol, noted, never visited Ozoro. Sister Marriott, you go nowhere. You and I were visiting Ozoro. Abby, Uncle Patrick, go first, please, so that Abby, because I know say me and Abby, it go long, small. Uncle Patrick, you want to add to this?
Actually, it's not going to be long because you're not going to interrupt me when I want to talk my own.
Okay.
You're not allowed to push back.
No problem. You will say your own, but so far we can at least move forward rather than making it men versus women. We're good. But Uncle Patrick, go ahead.
I'm not Tinubu, so I don't have any interest in moving forward. I'm not Tinubu's daughter.
Okay.
Wow, Uncle Ben.
Yes, sir.
So what is the role of the youth in the community? Are they not there to protect their people rather than doing this? I've never heard this in my life. That the youth will go to the extent of RAP girls on a festival day. The question was that the king was not aware of the festival or what? I don't understand.
King, according to him, he's not aware. Nobody informed him. He never knew. He was just getting to know about it from social media.
Was there really a festival? Who were the elders that conducted it? What do they do? Or people just decided to go town and put on masquerade or whatever? We've had cases of masquerade coming out. I don't get it. It needs to be investigated. I'm serious. Before they can do something in a community like that, people be aware. And if it's a well-known festival, people will even leave Lagos, live outside the community, come home to celebrate. So, and the people that were caught doing this should go to jail. No.
Period.
I don't know what is going on. I don't really get it. Because he put the whole community under, throw them under the bus. I have a pastor friend of mine from that community, Ozoro community. So it should be investigated. And they should put out the face of those people, let them go to jail. No. A whole clan. That's not good. It should be thoroughly investigated. Thoroughly. At least they just had your festival. You know what I mean? If they are going to that extent, so what are we talking about? What would these people? Are there people ready to come out when they heard of kidnappers, kidnapping women on their way to farm or whatever? What are the youth supposed to do? Look at what happened in Ondo now. This thing I sent to you. Yes,
sir.
the Ondo nuts that the youth came out. One of them that was kidnapped and they later pie and they came out. So Uncle Ben, let them investigate. This cannot be left to just die like that. Thank God
Exactly.
he said he was not aware. So all those boys, I don't know, maybe they are Yahoo boys or whatever, they need to be dealt with. We are talking about bandit or whatever. Look at what we are doing in the South. So among ourselves, no, it's not good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Uncle Patrick. God bless you, sir. All right. The one and only Gen Z in the building. Before this Gen Z go, make I go find Abby intro first. Where Abby intro day? Be like saying that music Abby they use. Make I try this one. No, that is Sister Saku. Abby, where is your intro?
Uncle Ben, just give it up. Don't worry, I don't need intro.
I need intro because I know say you won't come fight. Yes, I played that intro because I will turn your segment to Recap Central. Now Recap Central, you won't do so. I don't see how you they follow me bomber to bomber since I wake up today. Over to you, Nami.
I just want to say I'm going to sue you for copyright. You use music that is not yours.
Funny lady.
So okay.
I'm done with you.
Question, and I also want to ask the comment section: has anybody seen any videos or pictures of the people that have been arrested so far? The Nigerian police, have they put out any pictures or video? Ben, did you see any? I haven't seen any. I'm asking because a couple minutes ago we had a conversation in the chat, and we said this is Sister Marriott, where we await, justice. What's going to happen? And chances are we're going to be waiting forever. That's just what I want to start with. We haven't seen anything. Now, I wish I wrote things down, but I'm going to start from the beginning. Uncle Ben's test started out by trying to explain to us how small the community is. And these are the issues. I think we spend a lot of time over explaining, trying to simplify something that actually is quite complex, right? This is crime that is very gender-based. It is something that is perpetrated against women, but we want to make it so small. So now we have to do so much work to describe how small the community is. Listen, I'm from Lagos State. In Lagos State, there are different parts of Lagos State. Some people are from Ikeja, some people are from Ekpe in Lagos State. In that Ekpe, I'm from a village called Noforija in that Ekpe, right? There is no situation where I'll be having a conversation about anything that's going on, and I will not just say I'm from Lagos State, period. We're not doing investigation. So to now try to minimize it to, we need to talk about the local government, we need to talk about this village or whatever. We are all from villages. But in normal conversations, in usual conversations, we talk about where we are from, period, which is Lagos State, right? And then for me, I can go on and say, I'm from Ekpe, the end. Now, in this situation, what is the point of trying to minimize people's pain and people's experiences, the point of going all the way to just to make us know that it is a very small community? At the end of the day, this is an ongoing issue across the world, right? Which is why there's anger from women. And like I always say, and a lot of women say, women are not angry enough. And quite frankly, I feel like a lot of men are more focused on being an exception to the norm, because this thing has become the norm. Gender-based violence has become the norm. But a lot of men are more focused on being the exception to the norm. rather than just being angry and being allies to women. And I don't understand why. You're supposed to be angry that over 100 men, 100 able-bodied men had the audacity to do this, announcement or not. You're supposed to be angry that there's even, well, in 2026, and there's an announcement being made for women to not come out of their houses. As if that is justification for what has been done to these women. Usually there's an announcement, oh, nobody was penetrated, so somebody has to be penetrated before it's an issue. And we don't see a problem with all of those excuses. That is the problem that I have here. Because what it sees now is going back to the fact that we're living in a society that tells women to protect themselves rather than telling men to stop so that women don't have to protect themselves. It shouldn't have to be the norm for women to protect themselves. What should be the norm is for men to just stop, period. The end. And then somehow, men are supposed to be angry that other men even put you in this light. They put you in these positions, and you're supposed to be allies to women, but no, we're focused on being the exception. It didn't really happen like that. And I don't know why we don't see that this is a problem. That's what I have to say, Uncle Ben. I told you I didn't come here to fight. Uncle Ben, you're muted.
Thank you. Yeah, you made a very good point. Now let us begin to have contributions, comments, and reactions. I have pushed back to what you said, but because apparently it seems you did not get my point. But let me read some comment. Welcome, Auntie Oyi. How are you doing? Happy Sunday, man. Dr. Chandus, you are welcome, man. How are you doing today? It's been a while, Dr. Chandus. I haven't seen you in a while.
Uncle Ben, let me clear this. So
sorry, Uncle Patrick, 1 second. Uncle Ben, I get your point, but I'm telling you that in so many ways, in usual men's fashion, you don't realize that you're minimizing these issues. And that's
Don't
why
worry. That's why I say it's a conversation. You drop your point,
it's a
I drop mine.
conversation. So I'm also educating the purpose in the process as well. And that's why you spent a lot of time explaining how small the community is. One. That's why what's the name? Dr. Akpoti's video was relevant. When quite frankly, that video is just exonerating men. Let's be very honest, Uncle Ben. There was no important information about culture. All due respect, Dr. Akpoti, sir. There was no important information that video had. That video was just to exonerate them of the evil they perpetrated. There was nothing. What did you learn from that video? If you want to break it down from line to line, nothing. Oh, just want to let you know that there was no penetration. At the end, you will not give us soft landing. I don't condone this. I don't support it. You're on defense. And on this kind of situations, it's very problematic to be on defense. You should be on one side. The end.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Let me quickly say something. You know, I 100% agree with Habi. So how about our colleges, our university, where we have girls and boys together? So does it mean our daughters are not safe when we have men? This should not be allowed to go. You know, whatever happened in Nigeria and they allow it, it's going to continue. It's not about culture. This is not the first time they are doing festival. No, this is a no. Those guys, you know, they don't represent we men, responsible men. That's what I'm saying. Does it mean our kids, our daughters who are in college, when you go to colleges in America, you see the way police. I remember maybe about 12 years ago, one of my daughters was going to college, that we have to go there as parents, and they said they can't. If they are caught with alcohol, they are going to go to jail before they call us. They are very serious. You know, America universities have their own police. They don't play with it. In one of the universities, almost maybe 10, 20 meters, they have a light 911 that you can just press. If you are studying at night and you can't get to all of friends, they just call the police. They come and pick you there. You see police roaming about. That's a community. One of my daughters in Purdue University in Indiana, and a very big community. So this is a no. They should just, no, it's not about culture. If culture, we are talking about culture, the culture will have died since if they are doing this kind of stuff. People are serious when they go for a festival. They leave their work, they take vacation and go for yam festival and be happy, and they come back. People in Ekiti say they go for Ogun festival from America. They don't play with it. You can know the Igbo, they go for their festival as well. So this should be stopped. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Uncle Patrick. Thank you. Auntie Grace is back. Auntie Grace,
Also,
your
before
take.
Auntie Grace, sorry, Auntie Grace, 1 second, man. Before Auntie Grace goes, I want to also say, yes, this is not all men, right? But it is enough men. And like I said, if your stance is that it's not all men, make sure you get a male babysitter for your female daughter, or for your female child, for your daughter. Then we will know how that feels. It is not all men, but it's enough men. That is the issue here. Sorry, Auntie Grace.
All
It's
right,
all right, my dear. Yeah, I
Abby,
just want
take
to.
over. I'm coming. Let me just grab something downstairs. Go on, Auntie Grace. I'll be listening on my listening.
Yeah, I just want to say, I totally agree with Abe and Uncle Patrick, because when I listen to Dr. Akuti, I'm like, this is a man. Usually, I respect him. The way he started, it was all excuses, excuses, excuses. For the fact that you even said there was no penetration, for the fact that you said this is a festival that has been ongoing, for the fact that he said it's a festival where they use sand to rub the stomach of married women who has not given birth. What happened to their husband who has not given birth? What makes them believe that the problem of not giving birth was the woman? So this is what we've been talking about. Everything boils down to woman, the society, the way they look at women, the way they regard women. How can in 2026, and we are still practicing this kind of myopic whatever, that you will go and use sand to rub the stomach of a married woman who has not given birth, when you have not find out the root of that problem, whether it's the man or the woman. And for that reason, there are a group of people who find it okay to harass women because you are not married, you cannot be out at this specific time. And I also saw that king who said he's not aware, because I can't believe that he's not aware in your own community where there is a festival, a king said he's not aware. I want to believe that this is like a cover up. They are using those guys as a scapegoat. You did it, don't count me into it. You are doing it, I didn't send you to come and do this. They are not coming out to take responsibility, to be accountable to their own community, what they're supposed to be doing. It's all excuses, excuses, excuses. Why will a festival of this still be happening in this age, in that kind of community, that because you have to use some sand to rub the stomach of a woman who is married, has not given birth? It's very, very sickening. It's very, very annoying. And they want to, and Uncle Ben was saying, where are the feminists? Come out. And why must it be women fighting for women in about this? Why can't they say these people that has done this, they should be brought to book? Why would they not say, why will this kind of a thing still be happening at this time and age? Why will it be women victim? I don't know, our Nigeria, I don't know when and how things will get better. Obviously, it's annoying. I never believe that we are still living in such a primitive age at this time, or at this time in our life in Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you, Auntie Grace. I forgot to address that actually. And this is what I'm saying as well. Feminists, there was a walk today. You don't know about it because not enough people joined the walk. And this is what we're talking about. We live in a society where this is not important enough to shake the country enough for people to come out, men, women, mothers, fathers, to protest. So you're unaware that some feminists actually went to cause some trouble today. You're unaware that the women that were injured in the process of running, in the process of them being grouped and all, you're unaware that it's feminists, Femco. They've gone to their reservoir of cash that they've had before. They are the ones that have come together. They have raised money for the hospital bills for these women. Federal government did not occur to federal governments that actually, who are these women that were in this situation? Identify yourself. Let us, whether we're going to, some of you need medical attention because some of you are hurt. Others might need psychological help or something. It has not occurred to federal government. It is the same Femco that is led by feminists that are paying hospital bills. Check the internet. The hospital what's it called? Receipts are all over the place, and more feminists are contributing money to this. So it's actually the same way we have an issue with the youth, and any little thing, older Nigerians want to say, what are the youth doing? That they cannot come and protest against Tinubu and all. I'm sorry, mommies and daddies, maybe it's time for you to lead the protest. How about that? After all, we were not there when you guys were condoning all the nonsense that the leaders were doing. Maybe you should lead as the adults, as the older ones we respect, lead the protest and let us walk behind you. And then as men who are meant to be these strong members of society, who, the gatekeepers of patriarchy, maybe you should lead this protest and protect us women for once. You want feminists to come out and protest for a society that tells them that their pain is not big enough, for society that finds way to diminish their pain and break it down to very little things when it's actually a big thing. You and I know that everybody is tired. They are tired. Because if a feminist cannot even speak on the internet and be listened to, why would she pick up a placard and start going to go and fight? We are tired because anytime we say something, men especially and other women who cuddle men have the audacity to tell us it's not all men. Yes, it is not all men. We're not children. We know it is not all men. We've not all experienced all men. It can never be all men. We know. But like I said on the backstage, when it comes to politicians, I've never heard anybody say some politicians. When it comes to Nigerian police, I've never heard anybody say some Nigerian policemen. We generalize. When it comes to issues that actually are gender-based and affects women alone, that's when you want to say some. We know it's not all. So and that's another thing. It is gaslighting. You also want to make something that is so big, so small by telling us it's not all, it is some. Why are you focused on exonerating yourself? Nobody's talking about you. You haven't done anything, have you? So why are you focused on that? Thank you very much.
Abi, are we fighting?
We're not fighting. This is not fighting.
Your voice, your tone sounds like you are fighting.
I'm not talking to you, Uncle Ben. I'm talking to everybody that's in this situation.
Still not everybody, because all I quite understand what you're saying and what
you just said again. After everything I say, you said not everybody.
Okay.
Of course,
let me take some comments.
Uncle Ben.
Okay. All right, sir.
True. They like Abby said, they need to stand up. There are something that happened, I watched a VDM video that when the women were protesting, the army just stood up and I saw women that were wounded, some of them that cried. And that thing just died like that. In a country, thank God for VDM. This man is risking his life. Look at what happened to Natasha. That they just robbed her, even somebody in the Senate representing women. Man, the slap in the face of women in Nigeria, I don't even know what to say. I tell you, when the women talk, people just look at them as if they are nothing. And, women just take it like that as okay. Even our women, you can talk of women like from life, Rason Kuti, the mother of Felana. Look at that woman. People that are ready to risk their life. But the one that VGN that one I even struck me say, man, our women in Nigeria, I don't know. And these are the people that will be supporting politicians, following them. You can imagine a senator bringing forth his wife to the Senate and be proud of it and say, stand up, stand up. Uncle Ben, I cannot talk. And I see those that just shake my head. I just stop.
Nigeria should stop this barbaric art of making women victim in all round. I am so vexed that you want to start doing ritual to find a baby for a woman. What happened to the husband? Who is responsible? Why is it all women, 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 women? And that festival is still there. And the king had the God to say, I'm not well. It's just so annoying, honestly. It's so barbaric.
All right.
Sorry,
So
Ben, what was that point? Sorry, sir.
let me
Can I
take some comment real quick.
sorry, sir. I'm literally going to be 30 seconds. Can I just say that during NSAS, we women recognize that SARS in particular was something that affected more men. It was more targeted at men because men were the ones that were being accused of, or if you have dreads, or if you have tattoos, or if you dress a certain way, or you have a nice car, you're a Yahoo boy. SARS was literally set up against Nigerian men more than women. There was not one time that women did not get interested in the protests, right? It was affecting everybody, but it affected men more. Do you understand? There was not once that Nigerian women did not back them. In fact, that was how FEMCO was actually created. FEMCO was created because they raised money to offer legal aid. They raised money to offer food stands, water stands during that protest. They raised money to be able to pay for lawyers for a lot of people that were locked up, during that protest unlawfully to be released. That is how FEMCO was created, right? Not once did Nigerian women come and say, not all men, not all anything. We just followed the protest because, again, in usual fashion, women are always willing to fight. I said this even for trivial things, Uncle Ben, like here, even in the UK. Well, I know the number of men that approach me because women, especially Black women, we just even seem more approachable. Whether it's nurturing, whatever it is, when it comes to, I'm short on change, I need money to get on the bus. There's a reason why. I said, Uncle Ben, even things as little as sanitary towel. Till today in Nigeria, Nigerian women are still scared on how they're going to dispose of their sanitary stuff. They are still scared when it's used because there's still this whole thing of Nigerian men, Yahoo boys, using it for one thing or the other. There's still women in this 2026 that are burning sanitary products, that are flushing it down the toilets, even if they know that it's an issue and it blocks the drainage. And then you wonder why. Uncle Ben, this thing is very serious. And if we continue to minimize things and play around it like this and over-explain, we're giving room for men that perpetrate these acts to feel safe because they know that there's always going to be people that protect them. Just today, there's a video of Baba Ijesha circulating. And there's women, particularly, this now is not about men. There's women that are whitewashing him as if we did not see the video of his interaction with the 14-year-old girl. Now you want to gaslight us? That's the society we live in, So, Uncle Ben, it's very important that we don't sit on the fence on these kind of issues. We actually stay on one side and are very strong on that side. Honestly, this is one of those ones, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, that do not need balance.
Have you landed?
I have.
All right, cool. You see, I'm trying to manage myself, manage the show, manage everything because of the sensitivity of the topic. On a good day, the way you sound, we don't get bad boosts now. We don't they push back, push forward. But I'm just trying to see if everybody can see where I stand and if anyone gets my point. Okay, in everything you've said now, Abby, if I should ask you, what is the solution to this Ozoro problem?
Uncle Ben, the solution is very obvious, right? And that's why I said on the backstage that there's no point in bringing up other festivals. We don't have any issues with other festivals as it stands. If we have an issue with another festival next week, when we get there, we'll cross the bridge, Uncle Ben. Even outside of this, in everything in life, sometimes we approach issues to come.
Women, you always like to explain, over-explain.
No, Ben,
what is the solution? You have been talking now, and
Uncle
I wait. What is the solution?
Uncle Ben, that question you ask cannot have a direct answer because it's a very backhanded
really?
question. Yes.
Okay, so the answer should be no. The answer should be we should be all over the place. Blame everybody. Blame men. Blame this. Blame that. Should that be the answer?
Tell me your solution then. Tell me your solution.
That's why I'm asking you, because I want us to have at least a better outcome from this show. For instance, I've listened to several shows. See, I've listened to several shows and reaction ever since this thing broke out since 2 days ago. And respect to everybody who has spoken on this. But what I heard mostly is men, men this, men that. I'm not defending men, but like yes,
the solution is that this barbaric act should be stopped. If they are having their festival, let them have their festival. If they are looking for solution, a means of making babies, they should go check their men. If they want to check the women, if they want to advise to say, go and get yourself checked out medically. But not you bringing women to say because you want to check women who hasn't had baby after marriage. And for that reason, your married one shouldn't come out. It's very barbaric. That shouldn't be happening in this age. That should be stopped.
Thank you, Auntie Grace.
Uncle Ben, what you're doing to me is very unfair. Because
what have I done now?
Uncle Ben, 1 second. If anything happens in life, it doesn't matter if it's a Zoro festival, it doesn't matter if you break a cup. The normal reaction is you should be angry first. Would you come up with a solution tomorrow? Possibly. But if I'm upset at the moment, I'm upset. If any woman on any platform is saying men, and upset, they have a right to be upset. If next week now, everything is calmer and they have a solution, then they do. This is a very normal reaction for news that has just dropped. Most of the time, when something upsets you, your first thing is you're upset. It doesn't mean you don't come up with a solution at a later date. So you have to understand everybody's stance on everybody is angry. And like I said, in fact, we're not angry enough. Naturally, I don't use swear words. We're not angry enough, Uncle Ben. It is natural for us to be angry today. Can I have a solution for you tomorrow? Possibly. And I doubt it. If we had a solution for this thing, we would not even be talking about this in the first place. It's the same way for every political roundtable that we have. We don't have a solution. If we did, we would all be living in Nigeria. But there's no solution because this thing is so deep-rooted. And that's why a traditional leader can come and say he was unaware. And you're asking me for solution. There's no solution today until people are held accountable.
There is a solution.
Before I started before I said what I said, I asked you, have you seen any picture or videos?
Be relaxed more now. You are sounding like you are fighting. That's why if there are other people here now, you could not be fighting between you and them. Your point is noted.
Uncle Ben, you have your own rant sessions, and we just laugh about it when you make your jokes and when everybody has what they're passionate about. When you talk about Tinubu matters, you're passionate about it. I am passionate. I am not angry. I am passionate.
But you are not offering solution. You are just attacking. That's what you're doing.
No problem.
And that's why I'm saying that I've listened to so many shows. All I hear is attack. And I said initially that my own approach to things is where I'm coming from. I don't know. Maybe it's because of my journey in life.
Let me provide a solution.
Okay,
you know, the thing happened in a community that has a local government. Let them investigate it. Let them set up a panel that investigates it. The people involved be brought to book. And not only for every law, they refer to cases of so and so that happened so and so. This was the result according to Justice so and so. That should be the case. So that would be a yardstick for other cases. Let that be a gazette from the states going to the federal. They can make recommendation for any even your festival. Let the women be a representative that will talk in the panel. All well-known festival, I believe they are meant to appease the ancestors. Not this nonsense that people are doing. Yes, the Google festival where they will party somebody, that should not be happening. That has not been happening. So this one is a serious case. Let them involve people, traditional rulers. Let there be a panel. Let them sit down. Let them bring in women. Let them investigate it. Let there be a recommendation. And people involved, let their name be there. Let them be sentenced. Yes. So that people can refer to according to this community or Zoro. So what happened? so that people can see it, so that the women will be relaxed, that their mind will be at rest. We can't just let it go like this. I understand where Abi is coming from. That should be the solution. Let the state government be involved. Let them write a book. Let them, all the traditional rulers bring other people, elders, women. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Uncle Patrick. Let me read some comments and then we might begin to round up. It's looking like today is going to be another busy day for me. All right. Sister Auntie said, it will be strange if the king was unaware. Those small towns and villages ensure their kings and community leaders are always aware of anything they do. Thank you, Auntie Oyin. And this is why I'm asking, first of all, do we see this as a culture or do we see this as a crime? I agree with everything said so far, but me, I am solution oriented. If we want to get to the bottom of this, we either see this either as a culture, and then we begin going off target as usual, try to make it make sense, or we see it as a crime whereby you clamp down on the criminals, use them as an example, so they will serve as deterrents to others. That's just the point I'm making. And with this Auntie Oyin comment now, that's the point. If the king is claiming he's unaware in a country where all of us that come from Nigeria, that really live and grow up in Nigeria, we know that there is no way you can do any traditional festival or ritual or what have you, that the king in that community will not be aware. So if the king can prove he's not aware, this is criminal act. It has left the chance of culture or festival or whatever. It's strictly criminal. The king said he has been on the throne for 20 years. So meaning for the past 20 years, he have never had this experience before. So that's the point I'm just trying to make, that we in Nigeria, sometimes we like to, can I say, over-explain things that in Western world, it doesn't need explanation. I'll read the comment and I'll make reference to something here. Dr. Chandu said, someone casually mentioned this community during an academic meeting last week. Funny how it is now trending for terrible reasons. I pray justice is truly served. Auntie Lola said, Sister Lola said, good evening, you be real farm. It should be a human being's fundamental human right to not be attacked. Period. There is no excuse that an act like this should be happening, culture or not. 1000% accurate, as far as I can tell. Dr. Shadu said, we need to give some Nigerian men 1 full week to tell us what women did to deserve all the evil done to us. Most of what is tagged traditional is often rooted in gender inequality. 1000% I agree, honestly speaking. Auntie Oyin said, I agree. I'm very disappointed with Dr. Akpuki's statement. He completely downplayed and trivialized the issue. If you see it that way, Auntie Oyin, that's why I said, for the first time, I'm not 100% in support of how Dr. Akpuki explain it. The only thing that makes sense to me in the video, and the reason I played this, because through that video I was able to understand that this thing that happened is not like all over Delta State. Oh, this is what they do. Oh, this festival, he did that where women go, they grape them. We also need to understand that we have international community watching us now, and whatever we promote is part of how they will view us, even we that we live in Western world. So, and that's why when Abi was saying, I try to go around it, I tell the story and everything. My thing is, as a Nigerian, I don't want to go to work and then somebody will now tell me, oh, Ben, I heard in Nigeria, they are chasing women, they are raping them in broad daylight. I don't want to hear that. So it's better we made it clear where this is coming. And if you are watching right now, if they are doing this in your own village, tell us, hey, in my village that they do them. And that's why I say, for me, when I hear them, I can't believe it. I've never had it before. Yes, there is gender inequality in Nigeria. Yes, women are being cheated in Nigeria. Yes, women are being treated unfairly. But this is another level. And I don't think it's okay for us to now justify this under the umbrella of, now so men they do, now so them. That doesn't look good on us. Let's just call a spade a spade. It doesn't look good on us, both at home and in abroad. So sometimes it's better when these things happen, let us trace the root so that if we are going to explain it, we can at least explain it to where it happened. The way this thing was circulating on social media for the past 2 days, I'm just like, I've never heard this thing before. In Nigeria, yes, there is grape. It happens all the time. But that, oh, they are doing one festival in broad daylight. Group of boys will be chasing women down. I never hear that. Even I hear them before. Just tell me right now. Me, Ben, I never hear them. So when I hear this one, it baffles me like, how? And with my own small knowledge of traditional practices in Nigeria, I know for certain you cannot have anything that comes with curfew. And the king, the baales, the chiefs, all the people that matters around that community, they will say they are not aware of it. So it's strange. Don't take my view like, oh, maybe I'm down. I'm not downplaying shit. At the same time, I'm a Nigerian. I just don't want to go out there tomorrow and then somebody goes say, oh, Ben, I saw on social media, they are saying now in Nigeria, they are just raping women, they are harassing them, catching them. It will be injustice to all of us if we cannot tell whoever is our friend in Western world or anywhere that, hey, that's not exactly what happened. This is what happened. Period. That's just what I'm saying. But when it comes to everything my sisters are saying now about how women are being treated, 1000% is correct. But my question is, what is the solution? That's all. We can talk. Not be today. Our politicians don't already know us. Anytime they maltreat us or they do anything, all we do is we go online, we talk. When he reach, put a foot on ground, standing that, nope, this should not be. You won't see people. All the people where they blow grammar, you're not going to see them. Only few that you go see. And for me, that will not bring solution. Everybody go just they protect your own. Why those who are left unprotected will still be suffering the same fate? That's just like my own take anyway, more than no verse. Sister Lola said, why should a woman be at alert 24/7? Because men lack self-control. Even just one man is one too many. Sister Lola, you are absolutely right. We have more crazy men in Nigeria than the one with sanity. I agree. And it's a big problem that we have to find solutions to. Sister Maria say women are fierce and women. So caring for the victim is not enough. LOL. I don't know what Sister Marriott is replying to them. So I think when we're talking about solutions, Sister Marriott say authority or the individuals. I think it's both, Sister Marriott. Both the authority and the individuals, they have a huge role to play. Sister Allah say, you are only hearing what you want to hear. Sister Allah, I knew exactly where you said this. When I say for the past 2 days, I've listened to several blogs and everything, and most of the thing I'm hearing is complain, how Nigerian men, we do this, we do that, which is 100% correct. But I'm not hearing solution. And from my own point of view, you can complain from now till tomorrow, even in our own private life, individual lives, even in families, among couples, among colleagues, everything is something to complain. But if you don't take real step that makes sense, there will not be solution. people will just hear the complaint and say, yeah, it's bad, and they just moved on. So that's just why I said, if I'm gonna react to this, it has to be solution focused. Honestly, I wanted to let it go completely before, because I no one collect bags but say, oh, Ben, you are not supporting women or something, or you are protecting men. I just let me let it go. But again, I'm gonna be hypocritical if I'm reacting to so many things, and then this very crucial, this critical one, I just say, maybe let me just let it go. That's why I'm like, we are still going to do it anyhow it go be. Sister Pinot said, solution one: if the only purpose of this festival is women's fertility, then the festival should be scrapped. They don't even need them for anything. Now, stupid festival. And again, like I said, when I was researching what's really going on, I discovered that boys, men, they have nothing to do with this festival. Historically, it has nothing to do. That's why I'm saying this is still criminal. It's criminal. And those people who orchestrated this, they are supposed to send to life in jail. So it will send message to other people. But who knows? Sister Duchess said, Abby is right, and you can tell she's passionate. Uncle Ben, it is a sin to be a woman in Nigeria. It's not a sin, my sister. But we've made a lot of mistakes in the past. Hopefully, by grace of God, we'll be able to rectify all of this. Sister Lola says, women are not angry enough because this is just another thing in the long list of atrocities perpetrated against women. Absolutely, you're right, man. Pinot say, UB, she's not fighting, she's upset, she's angry enough. Abia has always shown how passionate she is when it comes to women matter. So I quite understand her take. Sister Biba said, we all need to shine light on evil practices, question the culture, and support organizations that are creating awareness and have ongoing initiatives. Absolutely. He said, you can have those conversations with whoever asks you, but you don't need to tell us all that because we already know that. I don't know what Antioyi is reacting to there, but maybe it's probably from my rhetorics. As you say, women's fertility, when science have proven over and over that men also suffer from serious infertility issues. The many wives of Baba Shegi is a glimpse. All right, thank you very much, everybody. What I would like to end this with is, what is the way forward? What is the way forward? I've seen a couple of men that also came out and condemned this rubbish on social media, but they are not offering solution. And that's where I would like us to end this show. What would be a good solution? I believe we have organizations who represent women in Nigeria. NAPTIP, even though it's about trafficking or anything, I think this is still within their jurisdiction. The Minister of Women Affairs, if you go to Delta State, they're going to have Commissioner for Women Affairs. In all the political parties, they have female leaders. In our Senate, we have women, at least 4. In our House of Assembly, House of Reps, there are women. They're not leaders. We have law enforcement. My take will still be my take. If we are going to shout, we are going to yell, we are going to say, hold men accountable from now to Jericho. If people are not being arrested, prosecuted, sentenced to jail, they will not learn to respect women's rights. That's why I kept saying, we that we live in the Western world, at least we know better because we've seen this thing in action. Right now, there is a reason that even if my madam, he carry water pour me now, I won't lay a finger on her. And yet, if it is somewhere in Nigeria, she pour water on me, heaven may fall. There is a reason that those of us who came to this Western world, when we walk alongside women, when we see women outside, both young, small, little, whatever, there is a reason we caution ourselves. We know what to say. We know how to behave. Even though we are still coming from the same Africa, why do we act like that? Is it not because we know there are consequences to those behavior if you do not respect women's right? Then how come we are not advocating all this mechanism in Nigeria and then put foot on ground? Especially, I will come back to you again, Abi, especially I'm a feminist. Where is your foot on the ground for those who live in Nigeria? On our most popular feminist, what's her name again? Adeshe, or what they call that lady, the novelist. The most popular among them, the most loudest among feminists. Is she not in Nigeria? How many times have you seen her in Abuja? Or you want to tell me somebody with her status will stand in front of National Assembly or go to the Women Affairs office and they will say they don't see her? No. We are always good on social media, condemning, castigating, but when it comes to put foot on the ground to make corrections, you don't see nobody. So both men and women, everybody that's saying, I condemn this, it shouldn't be done. Listen, if we don't grab the neck of the people who have the authority to arrest these folks, to jail them, men in Nigeria, they will still not give women the right they deserve. I rest my case. That's just where I'm coming from. I am not defending men. I am not saying, no, women are not. All I'm saying is, if we need solution, there will come a time when we will say enough is enough. I don't believe in talk. I believe in action. That's my own approach, and no verse. That's how I know to approach issues. I've been bullied when I was younger, and I know how I handle it. Even now, even right here in US, some people think say they get power. They've tried bullying me. You know what I did? I went to the person straight off, eyeball to eyeball, right here in this America. And ever since then, his type and all their gang, they stay the hell away from me. They call me names. I don't give an F. And yet, I see our so-called Nigerians that are still being subjected to all kind of treatment right here in this same abroad where we did. Because we Nigerians, we are good at complaining. We are good at talking behind. We are good at saying, did you see what he did? He shouldn't have done that now. Did you see? But when it comes to confronting the person that is oppressing you, it becomes, defeat. That's just the point I'm making. I'm so sorry Nigerian women have been treated this way. I'm so sorry for the lady that were affected and everything. But in my opinion, if we are truly serious in that community right now, nothing less than 100 to 200 boys are supposed to be in jail. They are supposed to be singing like canary now. And the chief priest, as well as the other people who did not report to the Igwe, those ones, they are supposed to go to life imprisonment. So that every other part of the country, where they have this culture of let us subjugate the woman, let us they go begin make sense. But if we say, oh, individually, we are going to do it, we can't, because there are law and orders. Individually, you can't just go and grab those boys now and say, we will cut this one hand off, we will blow this one. You can't do it. When, of course, we have law enforcement, when, of course, there are videos, we have police who can run them up and, of course, prosecute them. That's my point. So, as a feminist, are you ready to call out the people who are in position to make sure men who are treating women bad, they are paying hard for this? Are you ready to do that? Or you would rather stay on Twitter or TikTok, just talking away? That's the point. That's my argument. It's painful. The lady that I couldn't play the video the other time, when I saw that lady When I saw her eyes, I can tell that that lady, her soul already left her. Why? Look at the number of boys tearing her clothes apart. That's just my take, Abby. Thank you, everybody. Over to you.
Uncle Beno, let me help you with everything you have said. You know, Nigeria is a different place from every other country in the world. You know, I learned something from, I used to work for Pepsi, and the CEO, Indian lady then, the former CEO, Unoi, she said something. She said, when you are at a setting at work and your colleague is doing something to you, you want to first of all call your colleague and sit the person down and say, well, you did this to me. Please, I'm offended. Please don't repeat it again. If the colleague now fails, that's why you take him or her to HR, which has worked for me. Yes, don't be afraid. You don't have, this is a working environment. Call that person. If that person is discriminating and behaving as if maybe you are from Africa, that you don't know anything, that person will tell you as if she was the one or he was the one that hired you. But in the case of Nigeria, Uncle Ben, the thing has to come from the top. We are women. The first lady, I don't know what she's doing about women. Even in the case of Natasha, I don't know her role. I wouldn't say but it has to be from the first lady that can influence people. The senator that got kicked out. Don't you see the way Remi Tinubu fought that man when they set up a panel? Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. So the first lady has to take the bull by the horn.
Uncle Patrick, they will say she's a pastor. They will say she's a
pastor. Well, pastor. Okay. Which kind? They know it's solemn. No get title from Ife.
They say she's a pastor.
I bet leave that thing. Is it? How many times have you seen her preaching? Leave that thing. That should be fact. Don't you see the way he was talking to the one woman? Saying that when this man Tinubu was campaigning, he said any Igbo was talking any Igbo we know we go let them come out for Lagos. You don't see that video? Forget about that pastor stuff. Mm-hmm. So it has to be from there. Women have no say, even at the Senate. You see, Senator Itagiwa and elderly woman. What did she do? Mm-hmm. She did nothing. Look at the way Natasha was being embarrassed. And even Mike, what's it called? The minister was talking about Natasha. You can imagine. They are rubbishing senator. So it has to come from the head, especially our politicians. They don't have any regard for women. So Nigeria case is different. All those people that you said they should be caught and do this thing, when they begin to call people, commissioner of police, the matter will die. So my only if our women want, if they want, they no agree. Make them come out in mass. All the mamas should follow them. You know, in those days. Yeah. Yes, now. Let them go to Asurok. If they want to pay them, they pay them. This must stop. Don't you see a woman that came out was crying that the son is in the military? So let the women also they have to save themselves. Because all those politicians, no. Even when somebody was accusing Umari, you see people outside his compound, women they said is feeding widow doing this. Man, it's a difference. Uncle Benno. They did not give the woman the lady money, $70,000. They didn't know her from VGM. But look at women outside this man compound. The people is feeding widow, is doing this. They will just, oh my God. What of the Senate president? All the women, the way they are saying our man be this, so Uncle Ben, women they have to save themselves. I don't know. They have to save themselves.
Uncle Patrick, they will come for us. So if you say women have to save themselves, we have to save women. But my own thing is, let's do it the right way so that it will make sense. That's just my thing, sir.
Uncle Ben. That's my solution. No.
Thank you, Uncle Patrick.
So when they say solidarity, if women come out to say this one will not go grill, now women go, it's the truth. All this one when they talk. Those people, by the time they with their connection, the police release them, the case go die. I beg, leave that thing, Uncle Ben. No, thank you.
Thank you, Uncle Patrick. Thank you very much for joining me on today's show. God bless you, sir. Wow. Happy Sunday, Uncle Patrick. Bye, sir. Okay, Auntie Grace, your final thought, ma.
Final thoughts?
Yes, ma'am. Unless if I still have other areas to cover. I have to take my children to rodeo now. So
I'm saying that I don't even know what the final thought is. Like Uncle Patrick was talking about.
Solution, ma'am.
Uncle Patrick was talking about the women on top and the women on top. On the top is rotting. We see what Tinubu is doing in Nigeria. Instead of Tinubu to use the money to put up in infrastructures, he's using the money to corrupt people to buy votes. So those women who are there, they are as corrupt as all the politicians. They cannot even speak for women. It's unfortunate. If men cannot start behaving like human, I feel for we the women. It is what it is. I don't know when that change is going to come. But if we are saying if the politician can do it for us, why can't we start acting like human? Why can't the men start acting like human? Why can't the women start acting like human? It's so difficult for us to say we are waiting for Remi Tinubu to speak up for women because they are not interested in what is happening at the grassroots. They are not. All they are interested in is their belly, is their stomach, unfortunately. If there's going to be any solution to this kind of barbaric act, like I said earlier, that festival should be phased out. It's not needed. Everybody that has been involved in this act should be brought to book. The king who said he doesn't know should be questioned. Everybody that is saying nobody is penetrated, they are all liars. So people that got involved should be brought to book and let this festival be reviewed and be scrapped. That is all I can say myself. It's not for any woman to come. If we are talking about the feminists, when they speak, they won't listen. The politician won't speak for us.
Thank you.
Nigerian matter is so dead. I don't even know. Thank you.
May God help us. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. Have a very Sunday evening, man. Enjoy you, Auntie Grace. All right. All right. Thank you very much, Real Fam. I know this may not go the way we expected, like maybe I should come gun blazing, firing, but myself, I'm frustrated. I'm tired with all these stupid treatment that are meted out to Nigeria women. So I'm just more or less on solution rather than complaining about it. Atioyin said, unfortunately, the top is ruined. I've never seen this level of moral decadence, decline, decay in that country. Atioyin, we are there already. In as much as I plan on relocating to Nigeria at retirement, what I'm seeing is sad. You are not alone, Sister Oyin. We are all there together, man. Abby, you will be the one to give us final take, but I heard you and your friend going back and forth. I think I heard something like that. Bro, leave my screen. I'm almost done. Just go and wear your shoe. I'm coming. So I heard you, Abby, you and your friend going back and forth yesterday. I think you were saying something about it, and I was just laughing. And then the name of this guy came on Maraji or something. So I don't know what she said, but I just want to play the video now. Then you give your final take so we can leave. Here we go.
I look so terrible, honestly. I saw a video of a lady just now talking about how 10 years ago she was walking with her friend and she was raped by 2 guys in Delta. And she didn't know anything. She didn't even understand. And her friend was telling her that it's a normal thing. And while she was explaining the story, she was crying. And I'm like, I've never heard about this before in my life. Like, what the hell is a festival having to do with women? I just saw some of the videos. I didn't see any video like yesterday. I just saw some of them, and I'm like, what the hell? And what hurts is that I know that real justice will not be earned because our law system is so terrible, it's so horrible. How much they will bribe each other now, the people will be out, and there is just never real justice. And as evil as jungle justice sounds, as evil as burning people alive sounds, I'm always so pro jungle justice because I just know that the lawlessness in Nigeria never actually allows criminals to get what they deserve. And so I remember when I got robbed at gunpoint and we called the police and they weren't picking. And I kept shaking. And some boys came to the car. They were like, sorry. And we're trying to call the police. They almost looked at me and the driver, like, we're mad, like, who be this when you call police? System make you they go house or something. It's just so painful that your country is always constantly in the news for something so disheartening and so stupid. Like, what manner of tradition tells women to lock themselves and the consequences is rape? What the hell? What the hell does that even mean? I remember the first time, this is not to hype Ghana or anything. I remember the first time I came to Ghana and I just kept telling my husband, at the time we were dating, I kept telling him I want to move here. It's so serene, it's so peaceful. It's just that there is law and order. The police, they are actually working. Like, you just see a country that actually wants the benefits of their people. And no matter how much I hype Ghana to my husband is like, oh, they also have their, their ills. But I'm like, no, but at least you can tell that there is law and order. Like the government.
Anyway, sorry, Maraji. That's all I can take. She's talking about law and order. There is nothing like law and order in Nigeria. It's so unfortunate. Anyway, Abby, your final take. You've had my point already. I'm not against what you're advocating for or anything. The only thing that just concerns me is I am sick and tired of social media narrative. I'm sick and tired of social media grammar. I believe in action and I believe in putting foot on the ground when it matters. I believe in calling out those who are responsible, not in generalization. Okay? I believe in consequences. Every action has consequences, and people are supposed to encounter to experience or encounter the consequences of their action. That's just the way I roll. And I've never hidden my philosophy here. I've always said this, even as a Christian, I still embrace the law of Moses till tomorrow. And I get why. As you see me like this, where they talk, laugh, do anything. If you slap me, I go take 2 by 2, reply you. That's how I move. That's how I understand that if you really want somebody to stop playing with you, you got to go bunker on them. And Nigeria is a place where we try to make everything make sense. What doesn't make sense, we try to explain it to make sense. My own thing is fire for fire. All these boys that do this mess, catch them, cut not their life short, but cut their aspiration short. Send them to jail. Grape is grape. I don't know Nigeria law, but how many years do people go to jail when they molest women? And Abby, you even remind me, because I was gonna even react to this. I just say, okay, maybe when I survive everything I have to do today, if I have time, I will react. The video you're talking about Papa Jesha being interviewed, I saw it. I saw the Instagram reel. And what comes to mind is, if I should do a show on this one now, and I begin to call out this same woman now, what's her name? Adebayo, what's that lady name? And I'm like, if I call this woman out now, that you, this woman that you hold this platform, I forgot her name now, maybe I'll remember. She has a lot of Nigerians like her. But there's something about that woman I don't like. I ain't gonna lie. When I see pretenders, I know them. That speaking in Canva, bullshit. Because I saw the interview and I knew exactly what she was trying to do. She was trying to help Baba Jesha to whitewash his image. Now, here is my team, for instance, and this is why, if you see me, maybe sometimes I go after women. Biola, thank you, Jare Bibake. If you see me, if I say, okay, women, this thing is in your court, you go be like, say, you be? Why would you call women? Because women are always the enemy. We saw the video. As a father, what Baba Jesha did, I swear to God, if any father that truly loves their daughter, touch that man. Ole more tapia. I don't even understand his release from jail. These are the issues. Now, that same Baba Jesha now, your favorite Biola Adebayo, set camera, balance, they listen. I don't want to lose my shade. I'm sorry, Abby. I'm sorry. I know you are passionate
Uncle
about
Ben,
women matter.
Uncle Ben, so you know what
women
I mean?
are sometimes are the enemy of women.
Uncle Ben, can you see how you're shouting now? When it was my turn, you did not see it as passion. You say I'm fighting. So why are you fighting me, Uncle Ben? Why are you fighting me? You're talking right now like you're fighting. Are we fighting?
Give your final take. My son don't call me like 3 times. Give your final take, because if you let me lose my temper here now. Oh my bad.
I don't know that woman. I don't know of her. The first time I heard about her was when Diadem came to call her out. And now everything that Diadem said is true. Clearly. And it's disappointing that she's actually my namesake, but whatever. Uncle Ben, we are aware that women are the major issue, which is why even today on the backstage, I said, for the love of God, as we are entering, as Easter is upon us, as we approach Easter, can we stop all of this nonsense of, I have sons, I have sons? That is the problem. Because nobody's talking about your son. Nobody's talking about your father. Nobody's talking about your brother, your husband, right? I like to think that you're bringing up your son in the right way. I like to think that you have married a good man. I like to think that your brother is normal. So these are the issues, because that is the start. Uncle Ben, there's always a foundation. That is the start of nonsense. I have sons, so there's certain conversations that do not need comparison. Maybe next week you can bring a different approach, but in the moment, you're just being very silly and you are diminishing the pain or minimizing the pain of the woman. My final take is going to be this on the solution matter. I think, this is my honest opinion, apologies to everybody else, that asking for solutions on this matter is quite disingenuous. We are Nigerian. Yes.
No, you are not getting. Wait, let me clear something. Let me clear something. Hold on, Abby. Abby, hold on. I am not saying asking for solution on this particular matter. I am saying solution to women being molested, being maltreated, and all of that. And this matter is a very good one to use all these people who committed this crime as an example to send message to others. That's all I'm saying.
No problem.
Go and get ready.
I think it's quite disingenuous for us to come to a point where we say, what is the solution? Because we're Nigerian and there's no time that solution has ever worked. If we had a solution, like I said earlier, we would all be in Nigeria, because I can tell that a lot of us would prefer Nigeria for many reasons, from the weather to the way we live as a community and all. But unfortunately, we live in a country where solution is just not, is a bit far-fetched now, asking for solution today, all of a sudden, right? We've had so many issues. Before we started this segment of the show, we spoke about bats and they are 500 and 200 pound, whatever. These are the issues. So we live in a country where where's the solution? And then putting the onus on women and screaming as feminists also is quite weird, because again, like I said,
so feminists should just run their mouth,
these are the
not
issues. You know, like
holding those that should be held accountable, not holding them accountable.
This particular show, one of the things that I wanted to do was not interrupt anybody on purpose.
Okay. Well, you are giving your final take.
Exactly.
I hear you.
It's quite weird that we're screaming at feminists, knowing the society that we live in, right? We saw what happened when Senator Natasha, we saw what happened with her, Senator Natasha Potty, we saw what happened with her. We saw the position that women played in that situation. We have a first lady. I have never in my life seen where something like this will happen to a group of women, and a first lady will not put out a statement, even if she's pretending.
Abby, can I interject briefly?
Even if she's pretending, my
Abby,
God. And
excuse me, ma.
She's a pastor. The more reason why you should put out a statement, because you are a pastor.
Excuse me, ma. Excuse me, ma. If I can add something, how many feminists have you seen, even on your social media now, that called out Remi Tinubu herself on this matter? That's the point I'm making. The people who have the power to do something, they will not go leave them alone, and rather they will not embrace men are against us. Men are against us. How do you get this to back off?
Uncle Ben, maybe you are even going somewhere. Uncle Ben, you used to go and wear your shoe. It's not only Isaac that should wear a shoe. Uncle Ben, you used to go and wear your shoe so you can go to where you're going to.
Be talking, I'll be hearing
you will not interrupt me. Go and wear your shoe, Uncle Ben. Okay, so Uncle Ben is very right about this thing, and we talk about it all the time. It's just that, again, Uncle Ben, you want to listen to what you want to listen to and leave the rest. Right now, as we stand,
you are accusing me like Sister Lolao.
Uncle Ben, go and wear your shoe. Right now, as it stands, I have an issue with a couple of people as well, including his Maraji that Uncle Ben put a video up, right? And Maraji is an example of an average Nigerian, where you don't understand the pain of people. You don't understand what people are going through until it touches you. You've had opportunities to use your platform. In fact, even if you don't want to use your platform, don't even say anything at all. No, you use your platform to talk against women that are going through something. Now we don't touch you. You are crying. You are crying, so you know how it feels, because that is how life is. And that's why here across shows, I always say it might not be your own experience. It might not be your own reality, but the least you can do is empathize and balance.
Go ahead. Sorry, maybe.
Okay, the least you can do is what's it called? Is empathize and offer balance. Even if you will never experience that in your life. Congratulations to you. You know? Now, with the feminists, personally, the feminists that I follow, because I don't follow every feminist, because I don't believe in the way every feminist or everyone that plays with feminists do their own feminism, practice their feminism. I don't. The feminists that I have followed have called out everybody that is possible to call out. One, the feminists that I follow and I like their own methods have even called out celebrities, because right now, as it is, we have very useless celebrities in Nigeria. I'm very sorry to say. I'm very, very sorry to say. Kate Henshaw, now, she's also one of the people that started crying. Madam Kate Henshaw, the other day, you said, why is the woman not wearing a bra? As if that is justification for somebody being raped, is what they are wearing. Again, that's what I'm saying. We're living in a society where we're training women on what they should do and what they shouldn't do. Meanwhile, men are going on with their nonsense, when actually it should be the opposite. Men, stop what you're doing. So, Uncle Ben, again, there's lots of things that's working against women. I don't think it's fair for us to just put it on women and say, wow, women are doing this, wow, women are doing that. It makes sense, but generally, we know that actually there will be more, we'll be listening to more, things will be more effective if men actually were more allies. And not only allies, they were consistent as well. You know, why they are helping women now. So that's kind of my own issue with this. Because Uncle Ben, if you want to even go there, right? And then even you saying that, oh, everybody's shouting on Twitter, all of us, even us that are here, This is what we do. We use the platform, right? Not everybody is going to book flights. I'm not going to book flight from London to go and fight in Nigeria. I'm not. The only thing I have is a platform. The only thing I have is my voice. So I think it's quite hypocritical for us to now sit here and be saying, oh, why everybody is talking on Twitter, everybody's talking. Not everybody is going to go there and protest. Mind you, it's not the first time. The times I went to protest, what did we get out of it? So everybody is even exhausted. You see, Uncle Ben, how your last statement was, I'm exhausted. Everybody is exhausted. But imagine the same way I said, imagine when it comes to matters concerning Nigeria as a whole, politics, the mothers and the fathers actually led protests. Maybe you'll be listened to. But no, somehow, moms and dads, uncles and aunties want to put it on the youth to go out and protest. Lead the protest as the leaders. Same way I feel about men as well, where this thing now has become a gender based. I'm coming, just give me 10 minutes. A gender-based crime it seems like that. It would make sense for men to hold more men accountable rather than just pushing for women. That is really my issue here. So that's what I have to say. I'm tired. I think women are not angry enough. And women are also the biggest issue. I mean, Maraji that I played her video is one of the issues. This Mrs. Biola, Madam Biola, Auntie Biola, whatever her name is, clearly she's an issue too. And there's so many women like that. So many women like that. But really, just imagine a situation. See what happened with Natasha. Everything works against her. But somehow you think that it is feminists that should lead the protests. It will still work against us. We are better off having men as allies to actually and consistently to actually lead this protest. We are better off. I don't know how else to explain this thing. And I've got to a point where I almost feel crazy for my takes because it's almost like, I know that I'm not crazy. Why do I feel this way? Because it just seems like all of these things are just going over people's heads, you know? And then also, I always have to have this weird disclaimer about how it's not all men. Of course, it's not all men. Like, it is common sense. It is not all men. It can never be all men. And again, to end, my very last statement on this thing is, why do men that are not rapists feel the need to exonerate themselves and to fight women about this thing rather than just being allies? Why do you want to fight so bad about how it is not all men? That should not be your focus. It should not be your focus, in my opinion. But anyway, that's what I have to say. I don't know if Uncle Ben wants me to end the show now or what.
All right, Abby, thank you very, very much.
I've never felt this.
Unless you have anything you want to do, if not for me,
there's nothing else. Okay, I can end it. I'll just read comments. There's nothing else I can say. That it's the same thing over and over again. I don't think there's anything different I can say. I've never felt so hopeless, helpless, and exhausted as I did after NSAS. Exactly. And it's crazy, Sister Biba, that men want to now make it this feminist issue. Now, why are feminists not? Everybody's tired. Nigeria, only us. Nigeria is dealing with everybody across the board, man and woman. Right? Then on top of that, as a woman, we have to now deal with all of this nonsense on top of it. Mind you, we're even using Ozoro Festival as a point of contact. That's what it is, because at the end of the day, this thing is a worldwide issue. Look at what's going on in the UK. Every couple months, there's a woman found in a river, a black woman, a black African woman found in a river. She'll go missing. Her family will post something. Her family and friends, we can't find our sister. We haven't heard from her in 3 days. In 7 days, the police will remove her body from the river. That's what is going on in the UK. Every couple months, there's a black person. More women than men, right? And then every couple weeks, there's a Nigerian man in the UK that is arrested for the same thing, for this sexual immorality of some sort. They just came from Nigeria 3 years ago, right? This thing that happened in Ozoro now, those men now, they've done what they've done. They've done it in their numbers, so we can't even really pinpoint who is who and who did what. These men have left that day and they've incorporated back into society. So are we safe? There's hundreds of men that went there, did this nonsense, and just moved on like nothing happened. So can you see the number of women in Delta states that are unsafe all of a sudden? You know, yes, it is not all men, but it is enough men. Oh, women too. Please, How many times do we hear women have done this and that? Does it mean that there's no women that are crazy? Yes, there are. Does it mean that there are no women that cuddle men that do this nonsense? Yes, there are. But for you to not always have a disclaimer that is not all men, it is enough men. And like I said, as a woman, as a dad, if you have a daughter that needs a babysitter, has it ever crossed your mind to employ a male babysitter? It hasn't, for a reason. Besides the fact that women are more nurturing, I know, because you know, the average, we're even talking about men that we know outside, the average Nigerian girl, first of all, 1 out of 3 Nigerian women have been abused. Let that sink in. 1 out of 3. And many of them, it is a man that they trusted. Whether it's domestic staff, driver, gatesman, something, a lot of them, it is their older cousins. So we're even going outside. We're going outside to go and talk about it. And a man is going to say men too. I was talking about this before on Recap Central, where there's a lot of men. Personally, most of my male friends that I know, a lot of them have said that their first experience was some some older woman, blah blah blah. I get it. Right? But like we always say, men have the space to also continue the conversation. They can have their own conversations. It's just telling when, as a man, when a woman comes and cries out, that's when you want to say men too, or not all men. Like I said, when NSAS affected men more than they affected women, because their target was men. Their target was Yahoo, in quotes, Yahoo boys. And everybody, as long as you had tattoos, you had a nice car, you had dreads or whatever, you had, braids, whatever stereotype of people that are Yahoo boys, whatever, that was their target. Women did not think twice about getting involved in NSAS, even if it was more men that got, it was more men that SARS was targeting. Women did not think twice. We saw the role that women played during NSAS. For all the people that were illegally arrested, it was mostly female lawyers, FEMCO. They produced female, most of them, that's what they did. That's what, so these are the issues, right? With everything that we know about Nigeria, it is very unfair to say, where are the feminists? Why are the feminists not speaking? What will happen if the feminists speak? We know how patriarchal Nigeria is. If men speak, it will hold more water than women speaking. So what is the point? And then all of a sudden now today we want solution. Please, all the solutions that we've been talking about since the one about PDPO, the one about APCO, the one about, what has it done? And that's why I'm saying, where knowingly or unknowingly, we tend to minimize all of these issues that affect women. And that's why we can say, oh, we want to put it down. This is what Dr. Akpoti did. We want to put it down to the main village. What are the odds that somebody will have a conversation with me and I'll tell them my local governments? I will tell them my major, in fact, I will not tell them my clan. I'm from Lagos. It is a festival that happens in Delta States. It is a question that happens in Ozoro, the end. What are the odds of somebody now pinpointing the tiniest part of, the most minute details? What are the odds? And that's why I'm saying that even if you have good intentions, there's just little things that you do that just minimize the pain of women. On this show, a couple weeks ago, Uncle Ben was talking about how, for him, if he does something wrong, the last thing he wants, and I think most human beings are like that. I'm like that as well, because I'm not stupid. Chances are, if someone has done something wrong, they already know they've done something wrong. You now, that is their spouse or their friend or whatever, there's no need to tell them, I told you so. You see, why would you? No. People want you to comfort them first. And quite frankly, tomorrow, next week, there will be opportunity for you to say, listen, that thing that happened 2 weeks ago, okay, what are we going to do? You know that this is not how it was supposed to be. That's how normal human beings that have empathy and have sense address issues, right? So that's what is going on here, where, guess what? Feminists may have a plan. By the way, there's a protest, although it's small. And the reason it's small is because we don't take things like this seriously. It is normal for people to be angry first and then act later. But for us to sit here and act like just coming to talk about solutions is what's going to cause solutions. If Nigeria was even a kind of country where you could, offer solutions, It's not Femco that would have been paying hospital bills. It's not Femco that would have been paying hospital bills. If Nigeria was that sort of country where solutions mattered, right? Remi Tinubu would have put out a statement, even if she was pretending. Mind you, she has ties to Delta State. A part of her family is from Delta State. So if anything, she should even be more passionate about it. But no, they are in London, jumping up and down, eating dinner. I'm sure, they like France. I'm sure from London, they'll go to France. I'm sure that's the plan. There's no way they'll be in London. They will not touch France before they get back to Nigeria. They love, that France is their favorite country, right? So I don't know, but I just think that men need to do better. There's no reason for us to sit here and be saying, oh, it's not all men. I have sons, so I would not like it. I promise you, nobody's talking about your sons. Nobody's talking about your husband. Nobody's talking about your brother. Nobody's talking about your father. Okay? So that's all I have to say. Thank you very much, real farman. Happy Sunday. Lafala village, as if Ozoro is not Ozoro. I don't know. Now, Uncle Beno is calling the victims to fight, not calling the... Exactly. That is what I'm saying. And when we even think about outside of this situation, I think we're also very dishonest about our system, right? Outside of all of these things, we have a system where men listen to men, right? Because even we've spoken about this on other shows where the average Nigerian woman can't even speak to a man that is even in quotes beneath her. Even your own staff that you employed, they will listen to your husband before they listen to you. We all grew up in Nigeria. We know this. I spoke about this as well, where one of my factory workers, the same thing. I have to basically beg my uncle to be in charge of certain things when it comes to communication. Because as far as they're concerned, you're a small girl. If you're now unmarried, even worse. They don't have any respect for you. Lagos is the place where you being married means you're being taken seriously, right? You wearing boo-boo and looking like a big madam is where you're being taken seriously. Lagos is a city where, I don't know about that part of Nigeria, that's why I'm going to focus on Lagos. It's a city where you go to the club, if you're not with a man, they may stop you at the door. That is Lagos. They might stop you at the door because the first assumption is that you are coming there for runs. As in, a group of women cannot just go out and have fun with their girls. If there's no man there, there's going to be lots of assumptions made about you. There's going to be more questions asked, more scrutiny as to what you're doing in that expensive establishment. As if women don't have money and cannot just be out together as women. We know this. So this is the same country that you want feminists to lead a protest, and you think that it will end somewhere interesting. I think it will end somewhere interesting. Of course not, So I think we tend to be very disingenuous about our society on all of these issues. There's so many things against women where it would be nicer for men to be allies, and not just allies when it affects them or when they feel consistently. Because at the end of the day, men would listen to other men more. Obviously, I like to believe that we, the newer adults and the ones before us, that's millennials, we're doing better with our sons and the men around us. I've said this on platforms before. I talk to men around me. I don't have any son, but you see my brother, you see the boys that I grew up with. If I hear any updates about, I'm like, guys, listen, this is the updates. Let's all do better. Because I always let them know, including my brother, if anything happens, they drag you. I will follow them to drag you. I had one friend that was called out for grape one year. He's the one that even used his own hand to block me. You think he was mad because he thought I would use my platform to talk on his behalf? Talk about what? Why are 6 girls saying such nonsense about you? Not 1, not 2, 6. Oga, you did that crap. And I don't care who you are. I'm going to retweet anything that they said. I'm going to get it to the right authorities. Of course, he blocked all of us, his female friends that were not having it. You think I'm going to come and say he's a nice guy? I know him as a friend. I know you as a friend. Have I experienced you romantically? Or the other one that they came and accused him of beating women? Abby, we go way back, and so what? We go way back, Why are these many women having this issue with you? You are the problem. All of these women cannot be mad. One woman, we can say, okay, we need evidence. When it's 7, 8 women, which evidence do you want me to have? Do you want me to? He has not finished. He has come from X gone to Instagram, has gone to rebrand. I blocked him there. Now he's a popular, even Uncle Ben has brought his videos to this platform before. I was just looking. He's now a popular advocate for women. I said this one that is a serial abuser. Now he's a fave on TikTok and Instagram where he has rebranded. All of us that know you from X, that you're a madman. So that's one thing I don't do, because I warned you. You now think that I'm going to, because I've known you for 10 years, I know you from my childhood. Omo, I don't, if you embarrass me outside, it's not me you're embarrassing yourself, because I will follow everybody to finish you in the end. Okay, bye everybody. Have a good Sunday. Catch ya later. I don't know the music we're going to play. Is it Bola? That Bola, he has really suffered. He has really, really suffered.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You be in the building. Hey, vibe with Uncle Bino. Let's go. Now happy hour things, you know. Hang out with you, babe. It's our vibe tonight. Hey, laugh and learn. We shining bright. Oh yeah. You be stories, life lessons time. Hey, on the Uncle Beno show, everything feels right. From the streets to the world, we talk real talk. Vibes on the beat make the whole place rock. Happy hour flow with smiles non-stop. Sip and chill with you, be the energy on top. You be stories dropping them every day. Wisdom for life, the African way. From the grind to the glory, hear what we say. Tune in now, don't delay. Hang out with you, be it's a vibe tonight. Hey, laugh and learn, we shining bright. Oh yeah, you be stories, life lessons time. On the Uncle Beno show, everything feels right. Join the sister circle. Oh, what a scene. CC Inca, honey, baby, and I'll be so clean. Talk love, talk life, talk dream supreme. Empowerment vibes, like a royal queen team. All of Sunday school when the beat gets low. A moment of reflection, let the spirit flow. Men of God speaking wisdom, you should know. Faith and vibes on the Uncle Beno show. Hang out with you, be come catch that light. Oh yeah, you be stories, keep your heart so bright. Yeah. Join the sister circle, feel that fire. Oh yeah, Sunday school for your soul so right. You be nation, we rise together. Love and vibe forever. Uncle Beno show. Yeah, we outside.
You are watching UB Stories. Like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comment.